Hello, this is David Dean, and welcome to the Goblin Cafe, where we are playing Dungeons and Dragons in space. Yes, we are doing Spelljammer. Last time, our space traveling adventurers had done quite a bit. They had arrived at the Rock of Brawl. When trying to dock at the Rock of Brawl, with the Sweet Angelie, they discovered that the demonic and devilish familiars of the previous owner showed themselves to still have been hidden away on the ship, and attempted to turn the ship into a mind flayer vessel. The crew managed to defeat them and dock the ship without further incident. They paid their docking and city taxes and headed up to the Rockret Tavern, where they found an interesting job board, including a posting for a missing thri-kreen. They escorted Zebo to the Surgeon Blade Stitch that was located outside the back of the tavern to have his hands reattached. While two of our members stayed with him over there, three went back for drinks. Then when one of the members mentioned the gift, tempers flared as an argument broke out with the hippo people over the correct saying of the word gift versus jiff, and with all their anger focused on three crew members. Battle of honor ensued between Jiff named Totom and Flo. Chirp, along with Flo's gladiator skills, used their talents to help turn the crowd's anger into excitement. And as Flo won the battle, having struck on every single swing she threw, the crowd broke out in cheers. The others returned to the tavern with Zebo, and after a little while, they noticed that several of the drow eyeing their captain. They engaged them in conversation to discover they were the original owners of the beer in the ship's hold, and they wanted their beer back, to which the crew and captain declined. I believe somebody asked for a receipt, and they did not have one. We left with Chirp looking for the Durgard, who had posted a notice about needing ships and whom she had heard rumors that her brother had confronted a few days earlier. Yeah. So a lot of things happen when you get to a tavern. So yeah, what do you want to do?
So we just found the Durgard, though, right?
Yeah, the Durgard had been sitting in there. You may know everybody else is still kind of going off and celebrating the battle royale in the middle of the tavern. You may have noticed that the Durgard, Rockgut, and the four people sitting there were they were enjoying it, but was getting into it as much as everybody else. And it actually looks like they may be, or at least Rockgut is starting to get up from the table, looking like he's going to start heading for the exit. So did Chirp want to try to engage him?
I mean, if nobody else is busy, she will.
I can do it, but you might not want me to do it.
Is it this fella over here?
I'm at the bar sharing stories.
Yep. Slamming them down. I'll actually put Totom over there as well. And yeah, what do you want to ask the individual?
She can tap him on the shoulder with one of her many arms, and with her two friends beside her, she's going to say, hello, in their head. I hope it's okay if we communicate in this manner, as it kind of breaks down the language barrier. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I've had it before, but I need to be heading out of here. You'll have to excuse me.
Oh yeah, just one moment, and she uses some of her many arms to block his path.
He's 3 foot tall, so it won't be with your 6 different limbs.
Yeah. So we happened to notice that you were looking for a ship and crew, paying quite a large sum. Something about insectoid invasion. And I don't know. Have you been speaking with another thri-kreen or meeting with another thri-kreen about? And she like indicates like, yay, hi. Kind of looks a little like this.
I know a lot of thri-kreen around here. I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, like he wears like pants and a coat, lots of buttons.
That sounds silly, but it actually works because most thri-kreen do not wear anything but pouches and weapon straps. But he's I don't know. Why don't you ask somebody else? I need to be getting moving on here. Please excuse me.
Tinkerdust is going to step kind of like right in front of him. And she's like, as Chirp was describing her brother, she was like using the minor image on her screen to like draw the picture. But it kind of looks like a child drew it, but like there's a code in this. And she's like, we have it on very good authority that you were speaking to this thri-kreen who was looking for his sister and has been hanging out in this bar. So really, we're just looking for him. Like, you just have to give us the information, and and then we'll move on.
I would give it to you if I had. How long ago? When was this?
I
lived
think
a long
yesterday.
life.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few people asking me inquiries about what's going on, and the individual I talked to a few days ago said he didn't have a ship, so I really didn't have any interest. Do you have a ship you want to enlist in the cause?
I mean, I'm not the captain, so I don't get a say in things. We've got a
works.
Sounds like you need a new captain.
Oh no, our captain is great. Our captain is great. We have a great system put in place. A lot of rules about hand holding. It's really strict.
Not with grung. That's no hand holding with the grung specifically.
That's really the only rule on the ship.
All right,
Yeah,
you're losing me here. Can I get moving?
We just maybe want to help because maybe it'll put us in the path of the thri-kreen we're looking for, because we heard he was also getting involved possibly on the insectoid side. I don't know what the details are for saving this dwarven settlement.
Well, like I said, I don't know about the individual. If you want to enlist, let me know. If you don't, I need to get going.
Do you
And
have a
I will
pamphlet?
say, as you're talking about that, you see the drow kind of whisper back and forth, and two of them start heading towards the door.
No, they're gonna go after our beer.
Yeah.
You should
Probably
probably.
anyway,
Freedom
keep
could
going.
take them, right?
Yeah. Where can we find you, Mr. Rocket, if we need to decide to enlist? Like, I just have to ask my captain first.
Yeah. For until we get ready to part in 2 weeks' time, I'll be in here every day. If not, you can ask one of these other fine gentlemen I'm sitting with.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
That's
And,
basically forever.
And the other 4 individuals, 2 dragonborn, 2 dwarves, definitely just don't look happy with you. Got very sour puss face.
Seems like a very slow invasion. They don't need any help for a couple of weeks.
All right. So they'll grab their stuff.
should we tell Soliana? Soliana!
So Anna, I was nearby at the bar. I think she walked over during that. It's just
Mhm.
been quiet. She is watching those drow though.
They're
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah,
no
we
one
should
hanging
probably.
there.
They do know we have their beer, and also maybe told them what ship it was. I probably
Yeah.
told them what ship it was.
No, I think we definitely did that. We should go follow them maybe. Make sure everything's
Yeah.
good.
I think we should follow Rocket. Do you think he knows more about Chirp's brother than he's saying?
He's gonna be here tomorrow, it sounds like.
That's true. We should
Yeah.
protect our crew members. Are you ready to go, Zebo?
Zebo, I'm feeling a little tired after everything that kind of just happened, getting the hands and
Major surgery.
keeps slapping them, moving them around, trying to get some blood
Don't.
going. One flies off. No.
Gonna bust a
least
stitch.
We're close by.
One does not fly off. Okay. It would have been awesome, but no, we're not going to have that happen.
Maurice would have just been going
Oh,
for it.
Yep. Zard meets Zebo
Now I
hand.
wish I had done it. But
It could still happen.
Maurice, stop.
Bad voice.
Maybe
Spit it
Zebo
out.
stopped shaking them.
yeah, I'm ready to go. I just want to get back to the ship, rest up a bit, and then I organize getting all the supplies we need for the ship.
All
You want me to
let's-
carry you, Zebo?
Oh, that's mighty kind of you, but I think I'm kind of good, kind of
You have a hand for a
around
foot.
right now.
Yeah, but you have a hand for a foot.
Yeah, it seems to keep grabbing the rock though, the ground. I got to learn how to use that right.
Yeah. You don't want to walk on it. You just got to put on, right?
Actually, if you wouldn't mind carrying me, I mean, I don't want to be a burden or anything, but if you don't carry me, I'm going to slow you down quite a bit.
Do you want to ride Maurice? Yeah.
Is that an option?
Yeah.
Maurice is very friendly. He's great.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's good little creature. And you're doing this as you're heading towards the door. They're getting their weapons back.
Yep.
And as you start coming up, they actually turn, smile, give you a little nod, and head on out.
Celiana will wave.
Rockgut does not look and just seems to be irritated and heads on out.
Who's got our claim check?
I think we gave it to
the
you,
only person
Scrimshaw.
was Flo. Flo, you were drinking and
Oh,
partying
no.
at the bar in celebration.
Yep, and
Um,
telling very exaggerated stories about all my friends and like how Tinker Dust came riding in on a dinosaur, ripped off a robot's arm, and then smacked the other robot with it.
Yep.
Very
Almost.
exaggerated.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Feel like Flo should carry all of our important tickets so we could find them.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just
Floating
there it is.
around right there.
We just have to wait. There's a current in there. We just have to wait for it to bring it back around and we're good.
Mhm. All right. So you're gonna head on out, grab all your stuff. Flo's still at the bar.
Flo, come on.
Come on, Flo.
We're leaving.
Oh, okay,
We'll come back tomorrow.
Yes, we will come back tomorrow and we will fight again.
And
And
actually,
I-
all the gifts celebrate that. Or I should say GIF now, since
Gif, because I won.
All right. So you're heading out also.
I
When you head
quickly
up there,
grab my
they
stuff
pull
and
out
head
the
out.
blanket with all your weapons wrapped up in it. And actually, the drow head off in two different directions. And he's going to head up there. So, but as you do come out, and just going to do this really quick. Move you over to a different screen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And
As
danger.
you look out, there is a pod of the Kandori whales, space whales, heading out over the Rock of Brawl, between the Rock of Brawl and the moon Saluna, which orbits around Toril. But yes, so you look out and you see them going by, and a few people are looking up, amazed by it. A lot of creatures are just going on as if that's life. But no, that's what you see when you look out.
Wow. That may be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Hopefully
Do we
you don't
know
get
if
too
there's
distracted.
are space whalers in that is is that an occupation that happens?
Actually, Scrimshaw would know. There most likely are. You've heard tales, yes, that there's some pieces and parts.
Don't ask why I randomly have a dolphin hand puppet. I am in HR.
That's what I was thinking of Archer with Pam.
Yep.
That's
why I have
Get the
it.
hand puppets out. We
It's
got to
my
have
hand
another
puppet.
HR meeting.
Exactly. Tell me where they touched you. Anyway, off topic.
Oh,
I love Pam. Anyway, yes.
that's awesome. Yeah, now you made me lose focus. All right, so you got the space whales going. You got one drow heading this way, another heading this way, and I'll say you saw the rock gut head down around this corner.
Which direction is our ship?
Your ship would be
Across
with
that
this
direction.
drow.
Okay.
Okay.
Captain, should we follow them? And Chirp will use her action to use her chameleon carapace to blend in with her surroundings. Except she's still wearing her outfit.
That was gonna say. Yeah, it's kind of strange because they give you this, your skin turns, and it takes another action to stealth, but you're not in combat, so you can do it all as one. You have your brightly violet colors and everything, but it doesn't say anything about that in there. It doesn't say if you wear clothes, you can't do it. So I'm going to say, why not?
It slowly fades in with the rest of her.
It's still, at the end of the day, gives you advantage on stealth.
Mhm.
Just wave your lower hands in front of your outfit.
And actually, then I will move you over to a different map because you're going to be heading off. And I got to get all lined up. You are on the top left corner. This building right here. So the Duragard is heading back into the middle of that housing area. One drow is heading north. The one you're following is heading south towards the market area. And
we
you're
just head
following
back
that
to our-
one?
I think we just head back to our ship. I don't want to assume that they're off to steal things from us.
All right. And
That's
also,
racist.
Exactly. Just go back to our ship.
you would
We'll just
also
head back
know
to our ship.
one drow elf is heading north, one's heading south. Both of them could turn. Either one of them could turn down there. You really don't know. But yeah, you can head on down to the stairs or to one of the warehouses to pay the 5 gold to go down the 10 flights of stairs. Instead, use the
How-
elevator.
I'm just
How-
gonna drop. Goodbye. Woo.
You just
See
see
at the
suddenly-
bottom.
You hear
How-
one sonic boom, a second sonic boom as she hits her, was it 2,300?
I don't know how many feet up is it? 5 times that.
That's 100 feet.
Damn.
Well, no.
5,000 feet away.
Wow.
So the Herdozi just glides on down, happy as can be.
Just land atop the ship.
How well
about-
did
Yeah.
Maurice take the stairs going up? Like, is that going to be a real bumpy ride for poor Zebo, or is that going to be
Nah,
kind of fine?
Maurice is pretty smooth.
Okay. All right. I'll take the stairs.
All right.
There's
Chirp.
There's- I'm all blending in. Could I try to like sneak onto the elevator?
It's in a warehouse, a lot of going on. You got all these different creatures moving boxes, and it's not really an elevator, it's a lift for cargo
Mhm.
that you're just happened allowed to go on if you pay 5 gold pieces. So yes, you can definitely try to hide behind the boxes or pick up a box and move over. So go ahead and roll a stealth attempt. Pretty darn
That's
stealthy.
16.
Let's see. I'll roll a d20. Oh, you do have advantage, but it doesn't matter. I rolled 11. So yeah, you get kind of wedged in between some boxes and stuff, and eventually it starts lowering itself down.
Excellent.
No illithid friends this time on the lift.
Even better.
All right. You get down there a little bit, well, not as fast as the Herdozi, but you get down there. and then meet up out at the ship. And you guys just keep getting me changing maps. All right.
What we like to do.
That's today. I was like, I'm all set. Oh, wait, they could do this. I'll make another map. And then I sat down. I'm going to rest a little bit. Oh, what if they do? I need to make another map. All right. You're back down there. Once again, you see Old Crow sitting down, kind of managing this end of the docks with her two-headed Etten friend barking out orders all over the place. And you guys get back to the ship. And
Okay.
Only been gone, I would say, actually, you've only been gone about 3 hours. So, not much has changed, except the grease spell has gone away. We'll get rid of that.
Do we have a job in mind? We need to just find Chirp's brother, I guess, right now. Is our first
we
goal.
need to sell stuff for the ship and shop around. That's what Scrimshaw taught me. We wanted to shop around.
Mhm. If we offload all of this beer now, then we don't have to guard it. I mean, we might have to sort of guard it because they don't know that we've offloaded it until they
sounds
break
good.
in and find out, I guess.
I'm good with that.
If we don't give them time to find the receipt, then
That is an
That's
ethical
probably what they were up to.
That's true.
yeah,
All right, let's see if we can offload this beer.
yeah. I'd rather not have it putting the rest of our crew at risk, to be honest.
They might show up with their lawyer and we get tied up with like months and months of litigations over the
Exactly.
Wouldn't we
ship
still
of the
do that
beer.
if we sold it?
Possibly.
I don't know.
We need
Only
to
if
keep a
we're still
receipt.
here. Yeah. I feel like we may be equity's darling in this situation, though, because we were kidnapped and put on this ship full of stolen goods, and then had to survive, and then we happened to have it.
The ship was salvaged. It
Yeah,
was broken.
it was totally busted up. We fixed it, sort of,
A little bit.
a little, like enough to fly.
Yeah. It got us here.
It got us here. Good old sweet Angeli.
Do we need like a cart or something with like a bunch of barrels?
Oh my gosh. I'm
We could
sure we
probably
can
just
get
take
the
one
deckhand.
around and let people sample it and then let them figure out how they want to get it off the docks if they decide to buy it.
we could probably talk to Old Crow. There's some, strong looking people here. I'm sure for a cut of it, they would deliver it. And people probably wouldn't mess with the dockhand workers from here.
So we need to bring a growler and then head back up
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then head back down
yeah.
and then organize it with Old Crow.
Maybe. I don't know. Is Zebo, are you you're gonna have a nap?
Yeah, I think I'm going to lay down for a little bit. Should be okay. Check in with Rose Petal, see if she has something good to eat.
Yeah, show off your hands.
Yeah.
All three of them. Prize hands. Okay.
Don't touch any food with your third hand.
Oh no, I'd wash it
Yes.
first. Yeah.
Important Hadozi etiquette. I love it.
Things you learn growing up with foot hands yourself.
So your mom always tells you you're not supposed to touch food with your feet, even if you could.
That's moms for you. They're always looking out for you. All right. So
Right.
Zebo's safe and sound back at the ship. Go and check in.
Should tell the turtles to keep an eye out for any drow, that they're not allowed on the ship.
And also Duragar and who else did we make angry?
The mean ladies.
Gifs.
Yeah, gifts and or gifs. We made both of them angry.
Both?
Situation just gets way too complicated way too quickly.
It may have made a few people angry in the tavern. Just a few people. Not too many. Just the right number.
Yeah.
Also, a
Thunderdome.
kobold who likes to eat things.
We haven't met them yet.
We
Yeah,
haven't met them yet, but they might be.
haven't had a
loose.
chance to make them angry.
Yeah, it'll probably happen.
Yeah, Thunderdome. Yeah, no drow will get on this ship. I'm keeping watch. Thunderdome has it under control. None of them will get on here.
I mean,
Great.
it
What's a
could be good
drow?
policy. A good policy. Just don't let anybody on the ship that isn't us
Supposed to
Or-
be here.
or doesn't.
Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a notice or something. It's probably
Yeah.
a better policy.
All right. Only
the only
crew
exception,
members
old-
will-
An old
that?
crow. Probably.
Old crow.
Yeah.
All right.
Why does she need to be on our ship though?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if she's allowed to do that. I just don't want him attacking an old lady
That's fair.
in case there's like some sort of routine checks and stuff she has to do.
All right. What about the maintenance people who are coming to fix the catapult and the ballista?
Also, they're okay.
All right.
We had hired, I think, through Old Crow, some additional security. Correct? I don't
Yes.
have their
Yes.
name down, but was
Nope. And you do see a dwarf female on the ship with a religious symbol of Morden, the anvil,
okay?
because you had requested a spellcaster that could do sending.
Okay.
Right,
Right.
right. To let us know if something was going, so we could come back. Tinkerdust is going to go introduce herself to this dwarven woman. Hi, thanks for guarding our ship. I'm Tinkerdust.
Oh, yes. Tinkerdust, pleasure. I am Honey Hammer. And
That's the best name ever. I love it.
thank you. And she does have hair the color of honey.
Honey. Okay. Perfect.
And yes, I was told to keep watch over the ship. If anything of importance happened, to contact Captain Soliana.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
This
It
is
is a
the
pleasure.
captain.
Nice to meet
We may have gotten into a bar fight, and we may have found out that some drow think that they own our beer. So we're going to try and move that beer as quickly as possible. But if you could just keep an eye on things, we don't want any of our crew getting hurt. We care more about the crew than the beer, just to be clear. So if there's a priority in terms of what to save, the crew definitely is at the top. Although I can leave that to the captain. That's just how I feel.
Crew, definitely. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, and you tell she's really checking out this little bitty autonomon autonome with the screen changing and everything, and very interested. Not quite sure if she should be taking orders or whatever, but she's seen weirder. So yeah. But yes,
Charming robots.
and you did hire some additional protection. And yes, the Dwarven Regiment, we're keeping a sharp eye on the ship. Don't usually see drow out at the Rock of Brawl, but in recent weeks, we have noticed a few of them moving about. So, is there anything else that can be of service to you?
Have they mentioned any reason why they're spending, well, there's more hanging around the Rock of Brawl recently?
Rumors are they lost a ship, and they
Oh.
are looking for their shipmates and that ship. So,
Okay.
but who knows? Everybody has their own agenda. We just try to protect our own as best we can. Anything else? Anything you need to know about the city?
Have you heard about a party for fit sailors? But that's not sexual, because we got an invitation. Okay, the invitation wasn't to us; it was to like everybody. It's just posted out there. Have you heard about that? Is it like creepy, or is it legit like a good time?
I
Tinker
have not
Dust.
heard of such things at the temple, and I would advise to stay away. It does not sound like a good situation.
Siliana will put her hand on Tinkerdust's shoulder and be like, it's definitely creepy.
Yeah, Not a gnome doesn't know.
Yeah,
right.
just definitely creepy.
Yeah.
That being said, I bet Thunderdome would love to go to a cool party with cool sailors.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have immunity to disease. I'm good.
We should invite that guy who's looking for some diseases also to the cool party.
Oh my
I think we
God.
had that idea.
Oh boy.
Oh, for
We
real.
do have
Okay.
to do the party last.
Yes.
For all the
yes.
other job boards.
With everyone, the kobold and like everything.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Okay. Any other gossip? Anything else going on in this place? Any other parties?
Any other parties?
No exactly parties that I know of. I'm not sure what you'd be interested in, dear Tanemon. But no, as far as rumors, there's just always something going on here. Most people just try to keep to themselves and keep out of trouble. So hopefully you're not engaged in anything too dangerous.
So far, not.
Yeah. Flo has some great wrestling moves, though. I think she could have a performing artist career out of some of those wrestling moves. You should see her go.
Mordrin embraces warriors and truly enjoy them. So good to have met you, Flo.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, you speak. Ah,
Yes, of course.
yes. I've actually seen a very few other plasmoids upon the rock. But
Wait, you've seen others? Where?
there's a few that have been around here. I can't say exactly looking like yourself, but then again, on this rock, I've seen almost every type of creature you can possibly imagine.
Oh, we should go meet the other plasmoids. I've never met another plasmoid before.
We should definitely. Do they hang out somewhere? Like, have you seen them in one particular area on the Rock of Brawl?
Mainly in the lower city. So with such taverns as the Rock Rat and the Drunken Mermaid and the Laughing Beholder. But most were member of crews on ships, so sailing in and out.
We are looking to move that beer. Do you have any recommendations where we might be able to sell that?
Well, how good is it? And what type of brew is it?
I think we had tried it. How good was it?
Do you want to try some for us?
It was, as far as when you tested it, it was mainly compared to the Rock Rat, it was extremely good.
Okay. It's pretty good.
A lot of hops and barley floating around in it. Good thick beer.
Would you like to
The
try
hops
some?
floating in it?
It's really
Sorry.
good. Get that out of there.
Right in your teeth.
Well, yes. Never known a dwarf to turn down a pint of beer. So yes.
All right. Tinkerdust will run down and try to get a beer out. I don't know if she knows how to open a beer keg.
So.
Ask Rose Petal.
Probably needs help. Rose Petal, we need a pint of beer for the dwarf security guard.
out. And she comes out of the pantry, shuts the door real quick. Yeah. Yeah, we had opened up one of the kegs for celebrating.
Yeah.
So still
There's
got
still
about
some
half
left?
of that one left.
Perfect.
So
Can I
how
get
many tankards you need?
how many dwarves were on deck? Two, three,
5.
5. Okay. Well, I can carry 2. Can you bring another 3 up, and we'll make friends with the people that are guarding us?
All right, right this way, Miss Tinkerdust.
All right.
And she gets some mugs there. All right. And fills them up and starts heading up. And you got little goblin lady and auto gnome coming up with these great big mugs in their tiny little hands.
Yes. All right.
And
Tell us of the quality of this beer. You hand them out.
And the dwarves take it and they're a little skeptical. Like, give it a little sniff, and immediately, this tastes like good dwarven brew. Where did this come from? This is good stuff. Very strong.
It was captured the same way we were, so we're just offloading it.
All right. So, but no, this is really good. Definitely. There's a dwarven tavern up in the Middletown, the Stone Cathedral. If you were happen to head up that way and check it out, they might be interested in purchasing such items.
And I bet their budget's a lot higher.
Yeah.
Well, for
And
something
you
like
have-
this, they would definitely be interested.
Perfect.
And appreciated by true connoisseurs. Thank you so much for your help.
Well, thank you. It's good to have somebody who gives nice little perks like this. So they
Employee
start
engagement.
slamming down their beers.
We should also keep one keg for that cool sailor party.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Maybe that half open one.
I mean, not if we're bringing a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, we'll need a whole one for sure. Although I don't drink, so I don't count.
A whole one for sure. We don't want to be the the least classy people turning up to this creepy party.
Bring a dinosaur and an auto gnome. Oh yeah, a kobold and other people.
Yeah.
That'd be a party.
All right.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Honeyhammer. I couldn't help but notice that we requested a person who has a sending spell on account of us being somewhere else and not wanting the ship to get destroyed. How many sending spells do you have a day? Like, I don't really understand the whole spell slot thing being a bard, but how does that work for you?
I can do that once a day if required.
Okay.
So we do have priests who can do more in a single day, but of course that would be for quite a bit more gold.
And how much roughly would they cost if I needed to get in touch with somebody quickly?
It depends. If you're looking for someone to do it twice a day, you're talking about 125 gold pieces a day for them to guard the ship.
Do they do collect calls?
Not sure if we have worked that out yet, but no, not that I
Okay.
know of.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Sharp, were you thinking of trying to contact your brother with the sending spell? Is that what you were thinking?
That's kind of what I was going for, but we're going to need that sending spell in case we get in trouble. If the boat gets dinged by somebody, because I mean, it looks like a pretty busy harbor. We don't want to get hit by somebody. We don't want somebody coming on the ship and trying to take it over. What if the scary ladies come back?
Well, maybe Honeyhammer, where do the other dwarf clerics that would be able to cast the spell? Like, do they hang out like at that bar where we might be selling our beer? Like, could we maybe ask somebody there and just pay them for like a one-off spell if we weren't looking to contract them for a longer term engagement?
There is the off chance that one might be in the tavern, but there is the now I forgot the name. But the temple square, where there is numerous temples of the various gods worshipped out here. And in that square, you could definitely find the Temple of Morden and then inquire within.
Okay, that's a good project for after we sell the beer, maybe, or later.
Mhm.
Let's go.
If we name drop you, Honeyhammer, like, do we get a discount or anything?
I'm not sure if you would get a discount, but it's always good if you mention that you have hired us on,
Okay.
and some gold has already been exchanged in good faith.
Okay. We'll let them know that you referred us. So you get
Excellent.
a referral bonus. All right. Let's see if we can sell this beer.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Take a growler with us to give us samples.
Chirp waves at the Illithid ship as they go by. Bye. How's your day going?
Yeah, they just blur a little bit.
Hi, friends. Those are my friends. Hi.
Are you telepathically reaching into their heads?
Oh, of course she is. It's the only way she's communicating. Hey, friends.
Cease your annoyance.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
All
I didn't
you get
ask
back in
first.
return.
I didn't ask first. I'm so sorry.
Aw.
But okay, right back. Once again, do we have 4 people walking up?
Yeah,
And Chirp,
climb stairs.
Let's do it.
What are you doing, Chirp?
Chirp doesn't take stairs. Princesses don't do stairs.
So are you?
Okay. If you say princesses don't do stairs, Tinkerdust is really excited about the idea of being a princess. And when you were like, well, aren't you all princesses? She was like, maybe. So if you tell Tinkerdust that princesses don't do stairs, she's going to start taking the elevator with you to learn more about what princesses do. Because
I will pay the double the fee, and we will take the elevator together with Princess Tinkerdust.
Oh, and the other 3 are walking up.
Yeah, I think Soliana almost rolled a 0 on an athletics check, so she's got to work on those glutes.
Get those calves going. It's all
Yeah.
good. Yep, you're getting your steps in. You pay your 10 gold for the 2 people to ride up. You get those 2 get up to the top first, and you see a kobold was waiting to get onto the lift, and kind of has a dull expression in his face, but then he sees Chirp, or sees the thri-kreen. Excuse me, are you Chirp?
Who's asking?
I am an emissary for the Illithid ambassador here on the Rock of Brawl, and he had inquired about you assisting him with something, and he said you had some friends along with you.
I am traveling with many friends. Indeed, I am a good emissary. This is Princess Tinkerdust, my close
Hello.
associate.
she like bows, trying to look regal, but it's like.
All right. And is it just the 2 of you, or there are others? It's kind of important we get back quickly. The ambassador does not like to have to wait.
Oh no, the others will be by anon. Just wait here, and they will be coming presently. And then we have some important business that needs to be dealt with prior to the. I know the matters of the Illithid are very, very important, but our business is of the utmost time-sensitive matters of the yeast and barley variety, and need to be dealt with immediately. But as soon as we are wrapped our and she like struggles to like think up very fancy sounding words. As soon as we are dealt with our beverage inquiries, we will be along to help you with whatever it is your employers require. Isn't that right, Princess Tinkerdust?
Oh yes, that's right. We have very important beverage business to attend to. So
I understand, but please, it will be looked very harshly upon myself if the more time it takes, and I must beseech you to please, if you could please at least hear the ambassador out to see what his desires are.
Of course, just wait for our dear captain, and then we will see how time sensitive it is. And she just keeps him talking until Soliana and team arrive.
how scared does he look?
All right, for the second time in 3 hours, you go up the 10 flights of stairs. Yeah,
Legs are
those,
shaking.
gliding herdozy tricks of yours don't help much going up. Dude.
I have a climb speed. I could climb the sheer face of the cliff. It's still like 100 feet up.
Yeah, 100 feet up. All right.
It would take like 20 seconds for you. That's not that bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So you 3 get up there to the top.
Best climbing noise ever.
I was thinking of something else I can do, but I'm going to save it for later.
You see at the warehouse where you're looking to meet up with your friends, a little kobold dressed rather nicely, talking to Chirp and Tinkerdust.
Oh, is this the one that ate the thing?
We don't know.
What?
Oh.
Who? What?
There's a job board posting for a kobold that ate something.
Are you Scraz?
Ooh. No, I am not Scraz, but I do eat. But no,
It's a weird thing to specify.
I mean, not every creature in our party does, so it's
This is
true,
true, but
specify.
like,
Fair point.
well, you said you
kobold.
wanted a kobold who ate something, and
No. There's a very specific one that ate a very specific something. There's a job board posting, and there's like
Don't let everyone know.
No, this is an
it's
ambassador.
on the wall. It's literally written on the wall.
Yeah, but we could take
somewhere.
that.
We could, but we didn't.
What?
Never mind. We've had a very confusing day. This, Soliana, this
Yes.
is our dear friend who's a representative of the emissary from the Illithid contingent. They are requesting to meet with us promptly to discuss some very time-sensitive matters. So I said that as we are a crew, we have to discuss things prior to just wandering off into nothingness, that we would discuss whether or not our beer envoy could wait a little bit longer and we could go find out what this good chap needs done.
I think we're going to need more information than just some Illithids want to talk to us real soon.
No, the ambassador said they were very impressed with the individual Chirp here, and she had told them, bragged about her crew members, which evidently the ambassador was very impressed. They needed some help with something that evidently your unique individuals they thought would most likely help out quite a bit. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you, but the ambassador has lost someone very important to them and is most worried about them.
These are my elevator friends I told you about.
Oh yeah, the elevator Illithid friends.
Best friends. They were so nice. So
Are we-
nice.
You're sure those are the ones specifically?
Well, I don't think who else it would be. The ones on the boat were mean to me, so it must be the ones on the elevator.
Yeah.
I only spoke to 4 Illithids today.
Well, which is it on the way? Maybe we're like,
We might as well check it out.
Yeah.
We could maybe meet them in a tavern somewhere. Instead
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get into another fight.
Will there be hors d'oeuvres?
The ambassador is not always that welcomed in most places here. Some individuals have issues with the Illithid, but I can guarantee you that the ambassador has earned his place here as an ambassador because of his dealings with other creatures in the most beneficial possible way.
Okay.
And
if I
he is quite generous to those who do help.
what does that generosity look like? What is his definition of generosity?
In many forms as an ambassador, an important person here, whether you just seek wealth or contacts or information and knowledge. He has access to people that most people here would never have access to.
Okay. I figure Soliana's been around for a while and knows about the whole like tadpole thing that Illithids do. And so she's trying to like fish for that. Like, is a tadpole part of this generosity?
The ambassador would never do that.
Okay.
That would be an offense against the different races here.
Okay. Can I roll insight? I
Yes.
want to confirm that if I can. Oh, it's 20, 30 to 20.
He seems 100% honest. He does seem a little bit scared or intimidated by the ambassador and does not want to upset him.
Okay.
And seems to be very rushed. I mean, he's doing a little backstepping, trying to hurry you, kind of like a tour guide. And we're walking and we're walking. And
I totally fall for it and start following. Mhm.
Notice Tinker Dust. Tinker Dust is also like following along.
Hand on Flo, hand on Tinker Dust. Hold up. Okay.
Okay.
It sounds okay. Where does he want to meet us?
At the embassy here on the rock. It's just a short distance up the path.
Okay. Short detour?
Is it close to the stone cathedral? By any
it's,
chance?
Actually, along the way. So it's about halfway there.
Meant to be. Meant to be.
Please, Soliana, please.
Yeah, let's go.
meet new people.
Oh dear.
Excellent. Let's hurry. And you see the kobold walking rather quickly.
What's your name?
Shantan.
Shantan. All right, Shantan, wait up. We're coming.
Okay. I probably need to write it down too, seeing how I just made it up, and I'm probably going to have to use it again.
Shantan.
That's the other thing I was going to do. Just make a list of random names getting ready to add anytime you ask. But did I do that? No. All right. But yeah, and I will show you the actual path. You guys come up over here. The rock rat is right there, but you're walking past that up the street. And just to let you know, when you first get up there, you notice this is definitely the lower quarter. The buildings aren't built that great. A lot of them look like they're made out of pieces and parts of ships. So it has kind of a cool look, but definitely kind of hurting. Most of the buildings are made out of wood still. Probably another reason everybody keeps warning about not using fire. And it's just real poor. There's urchins running through, hiding in corners. You see individuals that don't look a little dishonest, look like they're up to something bad, just kind of wandering everywhere. And everybody seems to always have their hands either on a weapon or on their money pouch, guarding one or getting ready to use the other. And then they head you up to the building right here, number 91. And you notice that street there, the buildings get to look a little bit better right after it. The building is an extremely large building. From the outside, it doesn't look all that impressive, although the door is a very double door, very nice, doesn't seem to be in the right place with the rest of the structure. And Shantan, here we are. Yes, come on. And he'll run up, pound on the door, and then the two doors open. Two large GIF, all wearing plate mail armor, look huge, like 8 foot tall. Open the doors, sees Shantan. Do come in. Do you guys all go in?
Does this building look like an embassy?
The only thing that looked like the embassy is the doorway. You do notice when it opens inside, you see marble, you see sculptures. From what you can peek inside the door, it looks really nice inside. From the outside, not so much.
Are there any like locals walking by?
You can tell they kind of keep away from it, walking on the other side of the street and stuff.
Okay. Can I get anything else from their like reactions to us standing in front of this door, apparently about to step inside? Are they like, ooh?
Roll another insight.
If they're wincing, I don't want to go inside. 12.
Yeah. They are looking you over, and they're also, you can tell they're trying to peek inside without getting caught peeking inside.
Okay.
But just a little bit, maybe a little concerned, but also more so who is going in there.
Okay.
It seems like
I'm okay
you
with
going
that.
in there is the strangest part of all this.
Okay. How do people
Seem
feel?
fine.
Okay.
That's
let's go in.
fine.
I'm gonna reach up and scratch Maurice.
Look at these bougie statues in here. This place is fancy. Do you throw any parties in here?
Yeah, if you all agree to go, are you all go inside?
Yeah.
And you got
Definitely.
Maurice?
Yes.
All right, you head on in. There's just a nice little entry area, 20 by 30 feet with some pillars. There's carvings all into the wall. Look like different types of a rabbineth, a lot of tentacle creatures, different, looks like worlds you had never even seen or experienced, maybe less so for the astral elf. Most of these scenes you recognize from the astral sea. Much more in line what you have seen there than on the prime material plane. And there is one illithid just floating there about 5 feet off the ground. And they are nicely dressed. They see the little kobold nod to it. And you hear in your heads, I am glad you have arrived. We were told you were expected. We will inform the ambassador of your arrival. If you could just wait a few moments. Nowhere to sit down in there. There's like 5 different doors out of this place. And Shantan takes off out through another door, nods to you quickly before shutting it. I'll be right back. And he goes running off. And anything you want to say to that illithid or any conversations? Otherwise, it's just you're in the dentist waiting room for a few minutes.
Let's snoop around.
Yep, check out all the carvings and sculptures and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What's in here?
See a
Tentacles.
lot of creatures you haven't seen, and you notice some of the carvings or some of the paintings are of creatures that it looks like they're kind of pieced together of other creatures. You'll see like a great big crab arm, and then you'll see a human arm, and then different features, multiple eyes and stuff.
Do they look like pieced together as like the statue was pieced together, or it was like one whole statue that the creature is a weird amalgamation?
Yeah, the creature is.
Okay. But it's just all one solid statue.
Yes.
Okay.
While people are like perusing them, Soliana will point out and name whatever it is that they are interested in that she happens to recognize.
Yeah, like you'll see things like a kraken, an abeloth, and a few other things. Them battling beholders. So, of course, the beholder's losing. And then after a little bit, the kobold comes out. Come this way. He's waiting for you. And he takes you down a little hallway and enter into a very nice hall. Tutu. And I didn't copy and paste your tokens over, but I think they're all wrong anyway because of past level up. So if you just want to drag your own tokens on and have the right health, not that the health bar will matter at all. It's all good. But I realized when I said that they're immediately going to think something bad. And actually, Scrimshaw, you used to be down at the bottom. I put you up with the other characters.
Oh, wait. Okay.
And
all right.
Even though our health doesn't matter right now, did we get a short rest while we were climbing all those stairs or no?
That's right.
You would have had a short rest in the bar tavern after your fight. Well, actually, that wouldn't have been an hour.
No, I was mostly just joking around.
Yeah, that.
I don't think I've had enough time.
Nope. The time on the ship, I don't think would have counted either. So sorry.
I don't need that health. It's fine.
Yeah,
You were
you're
on
in
a-
town. Things are moving fast.
Your mission. And now ambassador mission.
Moving up in the world.
Let's see. You see some more of those statues. And let me edit this, hopefully, so everybody can see it.
I'm just going to interrupt for a moment. I recognize all of these assets. Did you make this? It looks fantastic.
Actually, I took one and then changed it over to what I liked.
Okay, yeah.
So I added things like the tentacles and the brains, and
It's amazing.
It looks fantastic. It
love
looks
it.
great.
yeah, and you see some more of the statues. Do you see that?
My
the Taken?
goodness.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
And no two look alike.
Ooh.
They are all made up different. Like I said, different mounts, different numbers of mouths, different numbers of limbs, different numbers of eyes.
It looked like a glitched video game.
Yeah, it sure did.
And as you can see on the map, there is two groups of Illithids kind of off on the sides with their little intellect devourer brain puppies down at their feet. As you go through, you have the statues, which I just showed were the Taken.
Upsetting.
The large tentacles, they don't seem to be actual alive, but they are moving a little bit if through some sort of magic, just kind of swaying. And then on the very end is the Illithid. And he gives a little nod and waves you forward.
Gonna move forward and bow very formally.
Cillian is not going to bow, but she will approach.
I don't like being between these big tentacles, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tinkerdesk cannot stop staring at everything. So she's just like slowly, like her little animated mouth is like, and her eyes are big, and she's just like looking around and like cataloging it all, so that she's
Amazing.
able to remember it later.
Yeah, very
Like, I
nice,
have to
very
tell-
grand, probably a lot more grand than what some of you had ever seen before.
Yeah. I wish Sibo were here to see this. He'd love it.
Oh, as you come up, the ambassador motions actually for you to move forward again, because three of you are kind of in the back there. Greetings. I had the privilege of talking to your friend here. I believe it was Chirp. Was that correct?
Yes, it is. That is my name. I'm so glad you remembered. Nice to meet
Ah.
you again, Ambassador.
Yes. I had just been returning from a trip, delegation of sort, when I ran into Chirp, and she had been talking quite a bit about her shipmates and other things. But when I arrived back here, I discovered that my most precious, I believe you refer to them as brain puppies, Puddles, had gone missing. Since that discovery was made, I have gone out of my way to find a diviner to be able to commune, to discover what had happened, or at least where the creature is, or my pet is. And I was able to, with the help of another divine, that the creature, my pet, is still alive. Puddles. I had been told by my staff that they had fallen down the drain over here, and he motions to the top.
Okay.
Which he should not have been able to access. And he kind of glares over at the other two groups of the Illithids. And I needed someone to retrieve my sweet pet Puddles. If you could, I was also able to divine that he is intentionally not returning, and he can detect sophisticated minds as such as the Illithid are. And with some of you having, let us say, different minds than most, and what your friend Chirp had said about you, I would think it would be a small task that you would be well suited to find Puddles for me. if you would be so inclined.
Have you just tried leaving out some kibble?
It does not
Make-
enjoy kibble. That's not what it dines upon. And it does have a favorite little toy that it plays with that just happens to be a little thri-kreen. So I thought, and that is missing as well.
Oh,
So since it likes its little chew toy and cares for it so much, once again, I thought our lovely thri-kreen here could be a great help in returning my pet.
I've seen this video on TikTok.
I want to. I want to rescue the puppy so much.
Why doesn't Puddles want to return?
That was the limit I could do with the divining, and I would hope that you would be able to communicate with it to determine why it did not wish to return.
And if it still doesn't want to return when we find it?
Do you have like a carrier?
I was actually thinking of putting that in a little Becky, but yeah, he will. It's quite. If I don't believe you will have to force it. Your friend here, the thri-kreen, seemed to have a gift for gab, and I am hoping she will be able to convince it to come back here or determine what was it that caused it to flee or be removed. And once again, he kind of glares back at the two other groups of Illithids.
Do you feel like they have an inkling of what happened and they're just not telling you, or what?
That has yet to be discovered. And that is what I'm hoping to discern.
Did they leave the
With-
gate open?
And actually, he'll walk over here and point out, if you would look down, yes, to whether it does not look like it could have gotten through the grate without the grate having been removed.
Just in case, though, do you have like a potato sack or a pillowcase or something?
Yes, we could definitely provide that. And looks over
Okay.
at the cobalt. Please can go get something to carry Sweet Puddles with.
And where does this grate leave? Like what purpose does this, like where does it lead to? Why would anyone open it?
We have on occasion feast here in the hall, and afterwards we simply wash anything left over on the floor down through the grate to whatever is down below. We do not
Efficient.
journey down there, so.
Are there any large carrion eating creatures down there?
I do not know, and I was worried about that, but it seems like Puddles has survived so far, so I'm sure you will be fine.
Okay.
And you can see there's a rope heading down there with like knots every 3 feet for climbing down into the tunnel.
I mean,
Feels like a terrible idea.
I would think calling animal control would be more efficient, but I don't
Why
want
didn't you
deer Puddles to be
Send
the
one
boss.
of your guys if you think they did it. Just make them go get him.
Well, if they were the ones who caused the issue, they would not allow Puddles to return with the information of what had happened to him.
Hmm.
And since most, for some reason, do not wish to come into the embassy here, when I recalled how friendly Chirp was, I did not think that would be such an issue.
My cat.
Gotta save Puddles. Imagine if it was Maurice down there.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I can't just resummon Maurice.
Yeah, we should definitely help.
There's Maurice down there. You can just summon him back later.
Don't listen to
him, but not a lot. And he just appears. It's really easy, actually.
But what
Alright,
if it was Tinkerdust down there? We'd have to go get her.
Yes.
Yes,
We would
yes.
leave out some kibble for Tinkerdust.
I don't eat. But party invitation or something interesting. You know, there's
That's
lots of
true.
ideas.
We could find
Yeah.
some diseases down there for that other guy.
Who knows what we'll find down there? She looks around at like all of these crazy looking statues and tentacles and
Yeah.
taken, and
Yes.
she's like,
I
but
do
she's
know
curious.
hundreds of years ago, before any human had ever been on Brawl, that there was colonies of Illithid here, but there is no sign of any Illithids down there now that I've ever heard. So it should be just abandoned caverns and tunnels.
Does Soliana know how intellect of ours are made?
You mean by the tadpoles?
Oh
No, intellect of ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure how it works in D&D personally. I've only seen it in like Baldur's Gate 3, but they're pretty like on point. So I kind of wonder if that's how they're made, and I'd like to know that if that's the case.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll say you know.
Okay. So who was Puddles before Puddles became Puddles?
It was a gift. Puddles was a gift upon me arriving here at the embassy and serving my term. I'm not sure where Puddles come from.
Okay.
I'm going to
Would
sit
you-
our growler of beer off to the side. Going to take it into the sewers. Nobody drink this. Coming back for that.
It's a terrible idea.
Come on, we can find puddles easily. Let's go.
Did you get any
Heading
sense?
toward the rope unless I get stopped.
Okay. You're at the edge there.
Yeah, going in then if no one stops me.
Flow.
Tinkerdust wants to ask the ambassador if he had any sense of Puddles over like, is Puddles scared, or like, is he afraid or hiding? Like, is there any sense of kind of what kind of situation Puddles is in down there?
Normally, Puddles is a quite playful and friendly companion, and not afraid of much. Does have a bit of a stubborn streak, and can be a little spiteful if mistreated. So,
Soliana's gonna inspect this whole pit here and see if like it can be locked from inside the room.
Oh, just lock us in it.
Exactly.
well, actually, most definitely, you can see the grate can be put right back on. The lid can be shut, and
The lid, yeah, I can't get past the lid.
yeah, probably very secured. Make sure nothing ever came up from it they didn't want.
Yeah.
Captain, if they wanted to hurt us, she says, seeing Soliana look around, they could just, they could hurt us if they wanted to hurt us. And the fact that we haven't been hurt yet seems to suggest.
Maybe brains taste better if they're not full of stress.
Or they have a pet down there they want to feed.
Yeah, I'll say Flo's about 30 feet down now.
Hurry up!
This is terrible.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to help rescue Puddles.
So you're heading down?
Maurice can't climb down this rope, so I'm gonna have Maurice stay
Oh,
here.
Maurice can.
No,
You said he's bipedal. Oh no, you're
no.
like,
Little arms.
He's guarding this.
Maurice was able to drive a ship.
That's just like pushing in one direction.
This way, Maurice could open the door for us.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Or at least
Exactly.
roar when they betray us.
We will be alerted to betrayal.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
let them drink the. Don't let them drink the brew.
All right.
I tell Maurice not to let them drink the brew
We're
or
gonna come back.
close this
beer.
gate.
We're gonna come back to Maurice curled up with all the other brain puppies sleeping.
Aww, that's so cute.
All right, so Maurice is staying behind. So
Yeah.
first was Flo, then it was Chirp. Who's going in next?
I'll whatever.
Okay.
I think Soliana's probably going last.
Soliana, then who next?
I'll go.
All right.
Tinkerdust.
And the Hrodozi bringing up the back.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You start heading down. Flo, go ahead and make an athletics check. So you do get to make it with advantage because the knot's tied in the rope.
Let's go. Natural 20.
Yeah. You got this easily. You're super excited. I will say it is pitch black down there. So whoever doesn't have dark vision,
Me.
if you wanted to do anything before starting heading down, I don't know if you have any spells you can cast or do anything.
I have a light cantrip, and I do not have dark vision. As an autognome, I cannot see. So I will cast it on my head. I will make my head glow so that when I look down, so wherever I'm looking, it's kind of like a little flashlight.
Yeah.
So right now I'm kind of like looking down. So I think because Scrimshaw is above me, it should light it up so she can kind of see. But I'm probably messing up everyone else's dark vision. Sorry.
Well, I'm just thinking of the TV when I turn it on in a pitch black room.
Yep.
It's just
yeah. Perfect.
all right.
I can use my tinkering ability. I just like change my little gauntlet on my wrist to glow for just 5 feet of bright light, and then another 5 feet of dim light. Just
all right. As you're heading down, the tunnel or shaft you're going down is about 5 feet. It's very crude, but you do see like congealed blood. You see a bunch of insects. You see what you think are pieces and parts of blood and maybe brain. You don't know. All throughout it. Really nice smell. And you start heading down. And Chirp, you were next, but the rope once again is a little bit slimy for some reason. So for you, it's a straight roll, but actually you have 4 arms. So I would say you should have advantage with 4 arms when it comes to climbing.
No.
Nothing you can do with that.
No, there's nothing I can do with that. I can fall to my death.
Yes. So what does Chirp say as she goes falling down the shaft?
Oh, I couldn't repeat it on the live stream.
Can I try and grab them with my arm and pseudopod, I guess?
Only because it's a tight area. So basically, reach out, inflate yourself, whatever you. But it'll be a dexterity check.
From me or from Flo?
From Flo, because she'll be the one reaching out since she does have a nice little pseudopod she could do.
20.
Darn, you ruined all my fun. Chirp goes falling. You kind of grab her. I will say I'll just roll a D4 for how much damage you take.
Oh.
Ooh, max damage. You take 4 points of damage, Chirp.
Okay.
And yep, you're hanging upside down. Now you're in front of Flo. So you can grab the rope, turn yourself back around. And
I'll reposition you.
Who's shaking the rope down there?
why don't you make a check with advantage, athletics?
All righty. What could go wrong?
A 1 and a 0.
Come on.
Flo is all excited. Yes, I saved Chirp. Boom. Just astral elf goes flying down. I did allow Flo because she had the pseudopod to make a grab towards you. So I think it's kind of fair that since Chirp has an extra set of arms, hanging upside down, she can make an attempt to grab you with if she wants to. She can do a dex check to attempt to grab you.
I'm gonna save the captain. Let's see, what can I do here? Ooh, just a straight. Let's see.
Yep, straight or athletics. Yeah, dex. Acrobatics.
Okay.
You keep
acrobatics.
ruining my fun. But
So it's
now
clumped at the bottom.
Flo is holding on
Yep.
to herself and to other creatures, both medium size. Couldn't be the small person. Nope. So Flo, give athletics check to see if you. And how far does your light go, Tinker Dust?
14.
14. Actually, it'll be at disadvantage since there's 2.
Oh.
So I didn't say that. Should have. So 20 feet. Okay, you're
Still
still not
14?
seeing anything. Oh man,
Ah,
you're holding on to them. So you got 2 people hanging upside down. Let's see if Tinker Dust will join them with her athletics check with advantage.
Oh my god. Okay, I got this. I got this.
I made it a
Prepare
really low
yourselves.
DC, but it's. But
We
you
are
are level
surprising
3,
you.
and strength is usually a dump stat.
Woo!
With advantage, you make it with your 13. Go ahead, Scrimshaw, with advantage.
Okay. Do I get anything because I have a climb speed?
Oh, you don't do it. You just ignore it with the climb speed.
Oh, I'm just going.
Yep. You're like, where are they doing?
You and Tinker Dust are slowly going down. We're like, what's
so
going on
you-
down there?
Spotlight on what happened down below you.
All right. So the 2 of you can grab the rope, turn yourself around, and we get one more set of checks. You've moved down about 60 feet so far. And Soliana is now at the bottom of the rope, so you go first. Athletics with advantage. You got to do better. I mean, you got a 1 and a 0 last time.
I mean, there is like
Your
what a
jinx.
1 in 400 chance that it could be worse. All right, let's do this. Hey,
Oh,
I got
easy.
17.
All right. Next is Chirp.
Is it with advantage or a straight roll?
Advantage.
Okay. Athletics. Let's see.
Oh,
Much better.
yes. You're holding on very tight this time. Flo, go ahead.
19.
Tinker Dust, you're behind Flo, so you do it as a normal roll. Because the
Sorry,
rope
I
is
rolled a-
very clean, but a little slippery.
I'm gonna add my ability to that because I rolled. Hold on, before you tell me, built for success. I'm gonna use that just
Yes, and you make it.
in case. There we go. So 14.
Yep. And go ahead. Scrimshaw doesn't do it. So you start coming down, Captain Soliana, and you start with the light coming down from behind. You're a little ways away. So when the light isn't there with your dark vision, you just see a room coming about 100 feet down from where you started.
Okay.
But when the
It's a
light
fall.
hits it, the light shows something that your dark vision doesn't. Where is the map? Yeah. All right.
Hmm.
And once again, I didn't grab your tokens. Darn it.
We can drag them on. It's not a problem.
Yep, nothing happened to them. When you come down, you see a spider web below you all over the place.
Yep.
You see some skeletons and the rope goes down. But also when you get closer, you see 2 dead giant spiders. And nothing else moving in the room.
Okay.
Lovely.
Me over. I'll report this all back up to the people above me to let them know what I'm seeing.
Tinker Dust like yells it up to Scrimshaw, like, there's 2 dead spiders.
I-
She's
Yeah.
trying to be helpful.
Are they dead?
Do you lower yourself into the spider web or?
If they're already dead, I'm not going to offend them. I'm going to use Sacred Flame to just start burning away the spider web.
Are they dead or are they molted shells?
Since it's not fire, it's radiant damage. It does damage to it, but it does damage to that little area, damage to that little area.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you're-
Everyone can just hang on to this rope for a while, right?
yeah. Does anybody else want to do anything while she's poking holes through it.
Can I try Ray of Frosting it? See if that. I don't have fire spells.
Yeah, no, you can do it. It doesn't seem to do much damage. It just crystallines. It makes a real beautiful pattern.
Ooh.
And then she radiates and shatters.
Yeah. Cool.
And
So it's like
after
we're, like,
just what's that?
Tinker Dust like writes her name in like Ray of Frost on the spider web. Boom, boom.
But yeah, in a little bit, you take out the majority of the web. It falls to the ground and collapses on itself.
Can I investigate a body of one of the spiders and see if I can figure out how it died?
You can do a medicine check, and I'll also say you can hear a little bit a sound of like somebody chipping away at stone coming from the exit.
That's a 22
From the
Geez.
medicine.
exit.
Medicine 22. Yes, with a medicine 22. You go over it and you see no injuries on it as far as physical injuries whatsoever. But it does seem to have blood coming out of its mouth and around its eyes. On both of them. So, yeah. They look like identical injuries. You see a lot of skeletons on the floor. Just absolutely eaten clean. And from the marks on that with that medicine check, it looks like the spiders had devoured them and picked off everything on them while they're down here. So it's kind of hard to give any kind of guesstimate on how old the skeletons are.
Could I make my Eldritch cannon, make a little tiny one so I could carry it around? A little tiny one with legs.
Yeah, and it can actually walk up on your shoulder.
Yeah, it can only walk, I think, like 15 feet. So I'll just carry it most of the time.
All right.
And I'm making the protector one just in case.
All right. Finally get to hopefully use the cannon a little bit. Let's see.
Hopefully not use the cannon. We'll see.
Where were we hearing the clinking from?
And I'm just going to do it like this because I hate using vision on roll 20. And from down, I would say over here.
Okay.
But it does echo quite a bit. And I'll say also these areas, the little squiggles in middle of the walkways. First of all, the cavern's only about 5 to 6 foot high. It's very tight quarters, and these go to the top of each one of those. So, but yeah, you can start coming out if you want.
Yeah.
Puddles.
Are you saying that?
Yeah, we're looking for a puppy.
Yeah.
Green puppy.
As you start calling out for puddles, you start hearing kind of like the sound of something moving in the water. You can see water over here. You don't see this one yet from around the corner, but you hear the noise coming from it. Tinker Dust heads over to take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna point my light down at the water with my face.
Oh,
giant glowing target.
Light hits
Unfortunately,
the water. You see eyes looking back at you, and suddenly, you have a bunch of look like fish folk.
Cool. Hey, I found something. Doesn't look like puddles though.
Let's see.
Has Soliana seen anything like this before?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Well, shouldn't do it that way. We should do a history check, which I know you're going to roll a 20 plus because you always.
I get like a plus D4. Do I still get a plus D4? So the elves changed. Hold on, let me double check.
Oh, I didn't even. Well, I looked at all of it, which means that I don't remember hardly any of it.
Yeah, there was a lot. There's a lot of changes.
Oh man!
Except luckily to the auto gnome, very, very few.
I actually didn't expect you to be doing this adventure tonight. I expected you to go off somewhere else. So let me pull up a few things real quick while you look
Oh,
up
we
the
were gonna
automaton.
sell beer.
I know. I love
You
how
said it
we-
was so important.
like
We
we're
sell
gonna
some
find
beer.
Chirp's
Minnie?
brother.
Easily distracted.
It was
I mean,
time
we are.
sensitive.
Yeah.
I go
What's
what to
be?
whatever task is given to me in that moment.
Well, you
Selling
left
special.
last
Now we're gonna
time
say puddles,
saying
now
you
we're
were
gonna do
going
this.
to guard the beer.
Yep.
So.
And then we realized that was boring. Someone else
Yeah.
could do it.
We paid someone to do that. We're good. We got
If we can flip
turtles.
the beer fast enough, nobody has to guard it.
Exactly. We
Yep,
got some
I
nice
got-
dwarves.
Is that you were right? I got a 23. She's been around a long time.
I know.
Subterranean fish people.
And it's a
You're like,
legitimate role. You know history. It's what you excel at. I can't fault you for playing your character correctly. All right. Yeah, these are Koatoa.
Okay.
They are a creature, or a race that used to be enslaved by the mind flayers.
Okay.
And they're mainly known for being partially insane from their enslavement. They are very, very usually hostile and paranoid of other races because
Okay.
of their enslavement to the illithid.
Soliana will just like put her hands up to try to show that she means no harm towards them.
and if Soliana does that, Tinkeردust will immediately do that because she's like, princesses stick together because she's convinced we're all princesses now.
Yep, I think that's going to
Captain
stay
Princess
forever
Soliana.
now.
Yep.
But as I say that, I will also say roll initiative as soon as I play.
Oh,
Not yet.
princesses.
Let
Not
me make
yet.
sure it's cleared before I make that mistake again.
Okay.
A little cannon down.
Remove all turns. All right.
Are we good to roll?
All right. Make sure you click your tokens.
Mhm. So
Oh.
how far down are they? Wow, 3.
3.
Tinkerdust is like a little bit in shock from seeing all these eyes look back at her. She's like, oh. But how far down is it? Because it looks kind of like it's like a little bit deeper. The
water?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a shelf, maybe about 6 foot deep, but it looks like it goes back into something much, much deeper.
Okay.
So
Got it.
why do I forget this every time? There it is.
Scrimshaw, we are fighting for last place here.
Yep. We're figuring out the light situation.
Yeah.
We're not looking down in there.
Should I put up a thingy for my light? It's 20 feet bright and then 20 feet dim. Should I put an aura or?
I mean, yours is pretty wide. Probably.
Yeah. Let me. Everyone can probably see, I guess, from my face light, which is a delightful target because I'm smiling and now I'm like scared. It's like,
Well,
"Ah."
also, if you're used to pitch black darkness, suddenly
Oh.
having this beam flashlight in your face.
Like really aggressive, right? Like it's gonna be like this means like she chose violence just by shining her little bright face in here. So that's fair.
All right, everybody in?
You-
And wow, all the creatures chirp.
That's a lot of creatures.
You hear coming from all over the caves now.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Chirp is going to move into the light. Let's
Oh,
go.
don't move towards the light. Run away.
Towards the ledge. She's going to like slide onto this ledge a little bit. Just move down a little bit. and let's give peace a chance. And she's going to address all of she has 60 feet of dark vision anyway, being a thri-kreen, and she's going to address all creatures that she can see within 120 feet and say, hello, I am a thri-kreen, which is why you hear my voice in your heads. Do not be afraid. We are merely looking for a lost beloved pet that goes by Puddles. We did not intend to threaten or otherwise harm your domain. We are friends, not foe, and not food. Tell us how we can help you, and we will carry on. And she's going to give a persuasion.
Yep, I was getting ready to ask for it. And actually,
could she do a performance instead? Like try to really sound like really, really, really like a public speaker.
Well, I'll give you a choice because of your noble background. You can do persuasion with advantage or do performance normal.
I'll do persuasion with advantage. I'm not proficient in persuasion. I forgot this character. 18.
What? That's your whole character's thing.
We make choices.
Sometimes you think they're already good at it. Why make them proficient in it? That's just gilding the lily.
Exactly. Like navigation skills when you're the navigator, right?
You don't need those.
You don't need that.
18 persuasion to try to persuade these lovely individuals that we are friends, not food or foes.
All right. They actually pause. You could have only messed up this encounter one way with the thri-kreen going first, but yep. They come out. They got spears, and they actually have this weapon. It looks like it's called a man catcher, and I'll actually pop it up there.
And we don't have anything to be worried about.
Yeah.
No men here.
So,
we are good.
A few of you would recognize that's a weapon to capture creatures alive and to pin them down. And they are coming out at you with that, all four of them. And all four of them pause. They're not sure what to do about this. And so that's it for your turn.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that guy is looking at you, not quite sure what's going on. Wait, what? All right. And that's same the next guy, and then it's Flo.
Yeah, they haven't taken any aggressive action, so
Yeah, they definitely look like they wanted to, and we're
Yeah.
starting to. But first, Tinker Dust saw them, so they didn't get surprise round. And then Chirp seemed to calm things down a bit to where they're looking a little bit in confusion.
Hi, yeah, we just Puddles, a brain puppy. Yeah, that's what it's called, brain puppy. And
You
then
know,
we'll get out of here. I'm
They're
just kind of echoing what Chirp already said.
yeah, they're big. But does anybody here speak Undercommon? All right, then it sounds like All right, Flo is just holding her ground.
Yeah.
All right. Now you don't see these others back here. Where did he go? He's the one I messed up and rolled. Nope, he's another one right there. All right, we go by him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. And you hear this guy charging in back behind Scrimshaw,
Wow.
but he dashed to make it there. Captain Soliana, you are up.
Okay. She's gonna like keep the hands up again to show like meaning to be peaceful, and also make her way over towards Scrimshaw to keep an eye on that situation. and like show her hands to this one when she comes around the corner and can see it. Like, peace.
All right, another one. 5, 10, 60 pokes his head around the corner here. And you hear another one moving quickly right behind it. And they look like they're still are heading for combat. 5, 10. 60. You see another one coming up behind Scrimshaw. It's just strange. All the ones right where you're at got really high initiatives, and all the ones back off, which I guess would make sense. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets in there. And this one's going to get right behind it. Scrimshaw, and you can hear the sound of them coming, even though you can't see them.
Yeah.
And then it's Scrimshaw's turn.
I'm gonna back up into the light right over here. I'm going to take the dodge action, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna move my little cannon right to this spot right here because everyone's within 10 feet of it. And I'm going to give everybody 7 temporary HP.
Yay.
Hey,
huge.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I only have 20 hit points, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
Tinker Dust.
All right, so yeah.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
saw right in front of you, eyes. They're started to leap out to attack you, like you were going to have 4 creatures in your face in a second, and then Chirp comes up, waves her arms, says a few words, but once again, the creatures in front of her are just waving their weapons.
Okay, so Tinker Dust is going to turn off her face. She's going to turn off her light cantrip. I think that's an action, actually. Let me double check.
Is it concentration?
No, but you can. The spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. So I'm going to dismiss it. And so I will no longer have this radius of light, which was super aggressive and got all up in their face.
Yep.
And she's going to put her hands up and she's going to kind of put her head down. And she's going to back up next to Scrimshaw into little Scrimshaw's little circle of light, which is much less
Bubble of
aggressive.
light.
little tiny circle of dim light. And she's going to put her hands up and like sort of bow and like back up, like to be as little of a threat as possible. She's already small and pink, but she realizes she started up things a little crazy. So that's what she's going to do.
All right. And then the one right here, right in front of Chirp, gets out over this way and is looking at Chirp. I don't know. It's a big fish face creature with fangs and a weapon. And
It's adorable.
He's just looking at you and yelling at, it seems, his cohorts, but you also hear sound of more of these creatures from back here moving. So, and it looks like he's dodging. We'll give him that. All right, Chirp.
Okay, Chirp on her turn is she recognizes that she doesn't speak the language and that none of her friends speak the language. So she is going to again telepathically to any creature that she can see within 120 feet. She's going to say, look, again, we are friends, not foe or food. I apologize if this form of communication is intrusive. It's a one-way telepathy. I can only speak to you. You cannot speak back with it. And I do apologize, but none of us here seem to understand the language with which you are speaking. If you have any folks that might speak other languages or have other means of communication, we could communicate back and forth. But if you take a minute, maybe we could find an alternate way of explaining what it is you want of us and how we can help each other. We just want to pass through your land. We mean you no harm.
Once again, persuasion with advantage or performance regular.
Okay, she's going to try persuasion with advantage. Nope.
Ooh.
She's panicking this time. She's not as strong.
in my head, I was just this one time roll bad, just one time.
I don't know. We rolled really badly on the way down here. We just happened to save it.
Yeah. But
alternated
also
rolling
in
bad.
that, you would have fallen 100 feet into cobwebs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's not very strong on that one, but she's got one bardic inspiration left because we haven't rested yet since the bar. And
You probably know you stumbled quite a bit with what you were saying, and their reaction is not a positive one.
yeah, it sounded better in her head. She's like, I really need to work on that. But she's gonna look over to Flo and say, Flo, I tried really hard, but I don't think diplomacy is gonna work. It's up to you, Flo. End of turn. And your bardic inspiration, Flo.
Yeah, this guy back here, his mood changes a little bit. He shouts out and points over towards Flo and towards the group of the three over here. And it will take off. You notice, let's see, this one is carrying a whip. Not a whip, a net. And it runs up over here and tries to hit Flo with a net. With a 5.
Nope.
So
It just literally goes right through me.
no, that's what I was thinking, but nope, because then it'd take all your items too. So nope.
No, I
But then the
shouldn't
next
eat
one
things.
goes.
That sounds kind of funny.
And it
Fish it all
runs
out
up
at once.
over here. It is one of these. It uses its pincher staff and tinker dust and crits.
Oh,
Ew.
Yay, 10 hit points.
All down 10 hit points.
And you need to you are grappled.
Okay.
And actually, I think he moved up 15. And you notice also, Chirp, that it just kind of ignored you. It went right by you. So 5, 10, 15. He pulls Tinker Dust over to here.
AOO. potentially?
If you have the, well, it
We-
would be for Chirp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
I
what I was
thought for
saying.
you.
I wasn't holding any weapons at the time,
Okay.
so I wouldn't be able to do anything. Sorry.
All right. So
Lapsies.
let's put some kind of
My
symbol
friend-
on there for you being grappled. We'll just put a boot on there. All right.
Finger Dust is now screaming. Ah! She's screaming,
that
she's
graphic?
being
We
dragged
need that
off
graphic.
into darkness. Terrifying.
Flo.
Chirp seemed so sad that diplomacy didn't work. But they are ignoring her, right?
It does seem like it. They pointed at you and Tinker Dust, or the group of them over there, and the one just ran right by Chirp.
Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna try and can I use my action to free Tinker Dust from like this grapple?
You could grab her and try to pull her away, I guess.
Yep.
So grapple would probably be automatic to get her. It's whether you could pull her away or not.
I
Okay.
consent to being grappled by Flo. 100%.
And are you raging first?
No. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm gonna because something else is gonna happen after this.
All right. Yep.
So what? So I'm making a grapple check to get Tinker Dust, right?
Yep.
Have advantage on that because I'm a plasmoid.
I thought that was against to free yourself, I guess.
To initiate or free myself, I believe. Let me double
Yeah,
check.
because it's
that.
because you're slimy,
Yeah.
and Tinker Dust isn't slimy yet. So,
Not yet, but probably going to happen at some point. There will be
yeah, you
grease
just gotta give her a
everywhere.
big hug for
Yeah,
a couple rounds.
that'll
Yeah, it
be
says I
fine.
have advantage on abilities checks to initiate it or escape.
Yeah,
So
for
since
you
I'm
to
trying-
escape. You're helping somebody else escape, basically.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
you. Oh no, I lost it. Here it is. 11.
No, it was a 14.
And I'm still trying to get Tinker Dust free and say, it's okay, Chirp. You can. They're not attacking you. You can still do this. And I'm trying not to start fighting yet. I'm giving Chirp another chance, but trying to get Tinker Dust free without hurting them.
Thank you. I'm just screaming.
Yeah.
Screaming is a free action. So
Yeah, she's
So is
just
crying.
wrapped around you. And
Even though I'm not a bard, I give Chirp bardic inspiration in spirit.
yeah. But also now you're grappled by two people. So if the other one wants to try to move you, it has to go against her.
Tug of
Go
war.
against Flo.
amazing.
So
what
if
could go
nothing
wrong?
else, your movement has been stopped.
Woo!
All right. So another
So many
one.
hugs.
I believe in you, Chirp.
This one charges. Well, it sees Flo causing trouble. So it runs up and it uses a pincher staff on her. Ooh. Yeah. And with an 11, I take it that's going to miss you.
That misses me.
All right. And then this guy up here is going to come up from behind and attempt to throw a net over Captain Soliana. 15. Why
15
does it
hits.
Say, why does it say damage on a net?
That's the amount of damage you need to cut a net.
Oh, slashing the net. Okay, I was like,
Oh, okay.
and they do look like they have quite a few nets on them. And then, but it was a 15. Does that hit?
Yep.
Okay, you are you are restrained.
Okay.
And it did, I think it was right here, 5, 10, 15. It's gonna oh, I can't really move anywhere. It's gonna move here and then move one over here. So you are one up. Actually, I can move you. And you are restrained. So what object do we want to use for that?
The net.
The net is there where, oh, there it is.
Appropriate.
Yeah, looks like a web.
No, there's also a net.
Oh, there's an actual net.
Yeah.
Haven't had to ever, oh, duh. Yes, I have used that before. All right, get rid of the other one. Or maybe I'll just let her do it because she'd probably gotten it right on the first time. All right. And then it's your turn. You have been netted and they're trying to pull you over.
Yes, they are.
So you can do a strength check to try to bust out, or you could try to cut it.
Is acrobatics an option as well?
To escape. Nope, it's a strength check to free yourself.
Okay. Well, that's not good.
Yep.
Can I pull the scimitar?
Scimitar, yep.
Yep. How big are the holes in this net?
Let's say about yay big.
Okay. If
Got
I were
plenty
to
of room
wild,
squeeze out.
pardon?
Easy to escape from that net.
I
Yep.
mean, I can become an elk's probably not going to do it, but like a tiny little chicken-sized velociraptor, or other things. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull the scimitar and try to cut my way out.
Okay, disadvantage since you're restrained.
Yep. Does an 8
no,
hit a net?
close.
It's all around me.
You just can't seem to turn it and get it in there right to cut it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Anything else?
Yeah, she didn't appreciate that. She has a bonus action teleport as an elf.
Oh yeah, that's we brought up your new astral elf abilities.
Yeah. So she just like, could I hear this one coming along with the other one?
Yes, you definitely heard several footsteps back there.
Okay.
Actually,
So
you heard footsteps from pretty well everywhere around you, except maybe back here.
Okay. Well, she's gonna call out. Let's fall back to the web so we can create a choke point, hopefully. And she's going to teleport back
It's
to
Misty
there.
Step,
Yeah, it's
so you have to see where
Starlight
you're
Step.
teleporting. You're on the edge there, so yeah. I'll
yeah, that's
let
why
you-
I didn't try to go one further.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and you're
she's
no
just-
longer restrained. You can fix
Yes.
that.
Yep. And that'll be her. Well, that's an action and a bonus action. So she'll fall back the rest of the way.
I was
to the
going to say
webs.
you got movement.
Yeah, let me just check distances here. Over there. And okay. She's gonna fall back a little further.
All right.
All right. That's her.
This one's going to run up to Flo, sees the change of confusion there. And it also has a net. So it's going to attempt to net Flo with a 5, which is about as much as it should have got on Flo.
Stop trying to take my stuff. We want to help you.
And there's a whip nearby. He's going to come around 5, 10, 15. And see that there's really nobody. I guess he can get here. And he will do that is a whip. So it will use its pincher staff with a 21.
On who?
The only one it can reach is Flo.
I think that hits, yeah.
So 21 for 5 piercing damage, and now you are grappled.
We have a daisy chain of grapples now.
Yeah. And it will actually use most of its movement to get there. It doesn't have any movement to pull you anywhere. So, and actually we will use the spider web on you. Say you're grappled and not netted. All right. And this guy all alone up here, he was focused down below. He has no idea the astral elf took off. So 5, 10, 15. That is a whip. So it will, and I keep saying whip. That's because that's a Katoa whip, but he doesn't have a whip. He has a pincher staff.
Mhm.
So, ooh,
Jeez.
and it crits on
Ooh.
Scrimshaw.
Yeah.
And 2. So yeah, you take the 8 damage. 5, 10. And actually it'll pull you this way. Up around the corner.
Do I go down this little? Okay. Cool.
And it is using the pincher staff. So once again, we will use the whip.
Mhm.
And then this guy, he doesn't know the road's blocked, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll get up here, can't get to anybody. And actually just step back a bit. This one will run in 5, 10, 15, 20. Realize it's all blocked. And actually he'll just step off because there's no more room. And then it's Scrimshaw.
Hmm. That's a lot. I'm going to, I guess, try to frostbite the guy that has me. So
All right.
13 con save.
And that is, one of those. Con save. Did it go through? Don't think so. Oh, never mind. It was a 4.
Okay.
So he takes 6.
And he'll have disadvantage on the next weapon roll. And then I'm going to use my cannon to give those guys down there 6 temp HP. So if you still had temp HP left over, it's not going to add on to it. But
If we only had a little bit left, would it become 6 or stay at the lower number?
Yes.
it would become 6. It would be whichever one you wanted. So
Whichever one's higher.
Gotcha. Making sure.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
And then Tinker Dust. Flo's grabbing one part of you. This guy, I didn't change it over.
Okay, but
Has
now
you in a pincher staff.
This is not the party I imagined. So Tinker Dust is in pitch black. Like, she does not have dark vision, and Scrimshaw just got dragged away.
Yep.
This is kind of her nightmare. So I think she's actually going to cast light on herself again.
Yep.
On her face, just so one that she can see, 2 anyone else can see that doesn't have dark vision because she doesn't remember. and 3. So if she does get dragged off, her friends can find her. So I am going to cast Light Spell with my action and then light up this whole area again.
All right. Yeah, definitely do the aura.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on. So it's 20 bright and then another 20 dim. I don't know.
Just do the bright light.
Okay.
Or unless you want to do it. Let me read something.
10 dim.
So yeah, just do the bright.
Okay. I will.
And you know you have another 20 feet on that.
Okay. So that is me. Yeah, and then I think she's gonna start like she sees like Flo. She saw like Scrimshaw being dragged away. She sees like Flo like being grappled by one of these things, and she's starting to get angry. So like her little eyes go kind of like, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" You know what? I'm actually gonna make her light like a little bit red because her face went kind of like the red anger Tinker does. So yeah, this is the field of rage now. So everything is like in a red light.
Oh, that's scary.
It looks really intense. Yeah, and that's my turn.
Scrimshaw, is that bright light within 5 feet of you?
It's right within 5 feet and then 5 feet of dim.
All right.
So I made a weird little double bubble, if you can see it.
I might have needed to roll with disadvantage on the one that hit you in that case, which would have been a 1.
Wow.
So you wouldn't have taken that damage. If you want to put that back.
Yeah. Get my 7 temp HP back.
We'll put that here. We'll put him here because that's where he would have been. And he took
am
the
back.
frostbite damage. And you would have been, well, you wouldn't have taken the damage, so you wouldn't probably need your temp from your cannon.
Yeah, so I have the 7 from previous.
All right. My bad on that. Hopefully I didn't miss it on anybody else. And Tinker Dust all done? Wow.
Woo.
So that's my dim light, but
Yep.
the red rage light. But it is bright in that 20. I'll turn it off just because it's a little bit easier.
Yeah,
but
it takes away for the map. If you don't mind. And this, let's
I'll
see.
make mine
Flo
just-
is now grappled. Scrimshaw is not. And nobody knows where the astral elf went. 5, 10, 15,
The
20.
fallback plan hasn't worked quite.
It has not.
We're
I
stuck.
figured the odds
Wait, we
were
haven't
low.
gotten to our turns yet.
I know.
Yep. Chirp, you got another attack opportunity if you want to bonk that guy running by you.
I only got a fist. Let's see if I can hit him with a fist. I don't have high hopes.
And you said we didn't get the new temporary hit HP, right?
They
She
should
didn't
still
even
have gotten.
No, you have got it.
That shouldn't be with advantage. That's just a
Yeah,
15.
okay.
Yep. 15. What is he? Oh, yeah. If you bonk him.
1 punch damage.
Give him a nice little swat. All right. And then that guy ran up there. He is a whip, and he's going to try to pinch your staff with disadvantage. 13
Which one?
on Scrimshaw.
That's gonna miss.
All right. And then we're back to Chirp. You got chaos going on around you, but it seems like the attackers are kind of ignoring you.
The attackers are annoying. Both annoying and ignoring me.
Yes, doing both.
Okay, Chirp got a good speech from Flo, but everybody's hurting everybody. And so she's just going to panic and she's going to yell, "I told you all that we are not fighting you. We are friends, not foes or food." And she's just going to like scream out in their heads, and she's going to use intimidation this time.
Ooh.
She
Go for
just
it.
shouts really loud with a 19. She's like, we are here to be friendly. We are not here to fight. I already said my piece. Why are you fighting us?
Let me grab one of them, and he will be the team leader who has the highest wisdom. All right, this guy has a better wisdom. So 6. They actually kind of first seem a little worried about your wrath. And who goes next?
The red light is probably also helping like illuminate
Yes.
you because
Well-
Tinker Dust is also on the ground. So you're being like underlit
Mhm.
with this bright red light.
You definitely notice they do not like the light. And Flo, I think this is the one that got you.
I think so. It's one of those three.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the
And
first one.
this one will point at Chirp and point towards down here. And and on this one, he has his pincher staff on Flo. This one will grab a hold of that pincher staff. So now you have 4 hands on it instead of 2 from the 2 creatures. This guy here has Tinker Dust. And
adorable teamwork.
Tinker Dust is small, he just picks her up, but she's grappled. So he has to beat a grapple with Flo. This is a weird combat. All right.
Don't let go of me, Flo.
So it pulls with a 12. Flo, you're not raging, so a normal athletics. Its athletics was the same as its strength.
And you're bardically inspired still, but you don't need it.
No, Flo is just holding on. Nope. I would say Tinker Dust is in the air right now, getting pulled one way and getting pulled the other way. Your little auto-gnome feet just waving in the air.
Kicking, but like angry screaming. Probably angry, like crying too, like the little like tears, like she's so angry.
Yeah, and at Flo, you can have just one hand on Tinker Dust to hold her there.
Okay.
And it's your turn. You got a lot going on. You are grappled, but you are grappling somebody else. As they said, the daisy chain of grappling.
Princess Chirp, what are your commands?
They pointed down there for something. I'm thinking that might be where they want us to go, or I think it's important. That away.
Completely forgotten about our captain in favor of a princess, by the way. Your allegiances shift quite quickly.
The captain's not here.
Chirp was sad. Chirp really wanted to use diplomacy.
It's been 6 seconds.
And Chirp always
He
has
called
my
you
back.
6 seconds ago.
That is a good point, though.
Yeah, but princess is so much higher than captain.
It's fair. It's fair.
No, that they're equal. One's for land and one's for sea.
So what you
So
got?
what
I-
about
Chirp
Princess
always has
captain?
my back, so
It's true.
I'm gonna still not taking an aggressive action, but I am still trying to get. I will try and get Tinker Dust. Wait, no, I have Tinker Dust held. Can I try and escape my grapple, like recontort myself?
You can try to escape your grapple, or you could try to put, which you have advantage on, or you can try to pull Tinker Dust out of her grapple, which would be a normal roll. Or you can rage and have advantage on both.
I only have 1 rage left, and I don't know what else is
Ooh.
down here.
Yeah.
Like I said, if we aren't gonna fight, I'm not gonna rage. I believe in Chirp, and I care more about helping my friends. I'm gonna try and help Tinker Dust.
Oh, so you're pulling Tinker Dust out?
Yep,
Or trying? All right, go for it.
I care more about their safety. 20.
Damn you. Pop. Tinker Dust pops out of the man catcher.
It's just like you turned me at the right angle. I just kind of like pop right out.
Do you put her back on the ground, or you just hold on to her?
She might be clinging
Is Tinker
to
Dust
you.
like hugging me back?
Yeah, she is. Like super
Okay,
hard. Yeah.
I'll keep a hold of Tinker Dust.
Or is she just floating inside of you now, like inside of a jello?
With a little turtle floating around her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whichever one you prefer, Tinker Dust.
it's kind
I'm
of,
probably holding on to you on the outside.
and the
I don't
thing
wanna
is,
be-
you don't breathe, so you could actually do that if you
Yeah.
wanted to. She could
That's really cool. But what if I had
Encapsulate
tried
you.
to like cast a spell or anything? Would that would go through flow, right?
That's a good
You would have to
question. How does that
puncture
work?
flow to get it outside,
Yeah.
unless it's something you had to just see.
Nah, it's just a hug. So we're hanging
Yeah, it's a
on
hug.
and-
I'm just clinging. I'm just clinging to you like a tiny teddy bear wrapped around you, except made of metal. With an angry face that's screaming.
A Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, exactly. A nightmare Teddy Ruxpin.
This one will move around here, and it kind of stays away from Chirp, almost like it's afraid. Well, as if it's afraid of Chirp. Very intimidating. But it will wave and point its weapon back down this direction again, evidently trying to signal her to move that way. And that's all it will do. This one, on the other hand, will attempt to once again net our Herdozi with disadvantage, though,
I
because of
can't
her
help
little
with that
bitty
one.
light, and of course tinker dust all over. So misses with the
Phew.
net. And then now Captain's chilling in the back. You hear a lot.
The fallback didn't work.
You
It's
hear
that
the
way.
threats made by Chirp, and you hear the gargling of the fish.
Soliana is going to spend one of her wild shapes to summon Maurice back to that square.
Oh, the growler who's protecting our beer.
Well, I imagine all the brain
Priorities.
puppies were sleeping on the dinosaur and then just teleport away and they all collapse to the floor. Oh.
I'm gonna bonus action have Maurice run in while I walk up to where it was, and Maurice is going to. Is this one grappling?
Nope, it
Swing
tried
presently?
to.
Okay, Maurice is gonna take a bite of that one. Where is it?
All right.
The attack for him. There he is. 22
Ooh,
to hit for
big old
8
bite
bludgeoning.
Best
right
boy.
in the buttocks.
Yeah.
So reliable,
Yep.
Maurice.
Aw.
Lets
Reese
out
is
a
great.
little. I don't know. What does it sound like when a fish screams?
Sounds like
And
some
you're-
weird philosophical question.
And is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that was action, movement, and bonus action.
All right. This is the one that there's two of them on flow. And now you have Tinker Dust grappled.
Yep, but I will say, like, if they want to move me, like the way they pointed Chirp to move, like I'm not resisting that. It's just very much no, you do not get to hurt my friend.
Yeah.
Well, also, you don't have a choice.
Damn it. I'm coming along because I'm hugging you. So we're going
Yeah.
together.
And actually, let's see if I can actually get this to work. You're there. They actually probably won't like the fact you're coming. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
With my bright red light
30.
and my screaming.
They started it.
50.
Whoa. Oh no.
God damn.
Oh no.
Yeah, since they have two of them, they can use normal movement and they dash.
Ah,
Because
Oh,
remember, the one grabbed a hold of the other pinching your staff to help him.
Oh my God.
And
That's
actually, when
right.
you come around the
Ridiculous encounter.
corner, because you had heard a bunch of noise down here after the others attack, these are all looking right at you, kind of standing guard, along with some over here. And you hear blah, 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 blah. And nobody has a clue what they're talking about. All right, that is that guy's turn. Oh, I just love planning these things and watching it go totally off the rails on the first roll. All right. This one. 5, 10. It starts moving to attack Chirp from around the corner. And then several other. And so, And it runs over here and grows after Scrimshaw.
Okay.
And with another staff.
Oh, 16 will,
Disadvantage.
16 will hit.
Ooh, it got you. But it used up all its movement. So now you
Okay.
get that little spider web thing on you since it's a pincher staff.
All right.
And 7 damage. And you are now grappled.
Well, boy.
This one turns around. The one that got its behind bitten. And it attempts to it is whip. So with a 6, it attempts to get Maurice.
Not gonna do it.
And shouts some fish curses out. 20, 25, 30. Oh, it can't get up here. And this one will run up and attempt to get your captain with a 17.
17 hits.
You take 3 damage. You are now grappled with a pincher staff.
Okay.
And this one runs out 5, 10, 15, 20. And actually, it will get yelled at by the others. And it will start yelling at Chirp. And pointing its weapon down to the south again. Scrimshaw, you are grappled by this guy right here. We'll put a dot on him so you know.
Guess I'm gonna try to break free of the grapple. Acrobatics. Nope.
10, you are still.
For my bonus action, I'll have my little tiny cannon crawl up on my shoulder so that it can reach Maurice as well and do another protector beam.
Oh, yeah, that one.
9 temp HP
Damn,
for
beautiful.
Damn.
itself and
what's
me.
What's your cannon's
And you-
name in protector
Yeah.
mode?
Oh, you did have
Oh,
a
I
name.
haven't-
Big
Big
something.
sleep,
or-
something like
It was
that.
it was the big sleep for for the weapony ones. I don't have one
Mhm.
for
Protector
For
mode
protecting.
Yeah,
cannon.
you got to have 3 different names.
I know.
All right, Scrimshaw all done?
Yep, that's me. So yeah, that should also be Chirp too.
All right, Tinker Dust. You
Okay.
are getting hauled down. You see all these other ones come into sight because your light goes out another 20 feet. You are being held by Flo.
And I'm holding her back.
I can never. What is that baby carrier in front?
Oh, like
a
the
papoose?
A
the
papoose.
baby
Yeah.
born or something. Yeah.
Yeah, she probably has something that made out of her gelatinous form.
Yes, it's like holding me to her. Like a tiny angry, sort of like rocket raccoon kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I'm just like screaming and shooting out this red light. But I hear them all talking. I'm going to cast comprehend languages because I have that. So that's what I'm going to cast with my action because I want to try to understand because, Chirp can talk to them, but she can't understand them. But with comprehend languages, I can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that I hear. So
I kind of want to give this to you, just you, but I don't want to eat up the time. You start hearing, take them to the cleric. I think the goddess is here. The goddess is here. Capture them and take them to the priest.
okay. So
And
I'm going
actually,
to
go ahead.
No. I'm going to be whispering this to Flo. They're talking about a cleric and taking us to a cleric and that the goddess has arrived. I think they might be talking about Chirp.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So let's just see what happens. We won't let them harm us, but it sounds like they're just taking us to someone. And Tinkerdust is going to try to yell. I don't know how much people can hear her, but she's like, she's like, Chirp, they think you're the goddess. Like they're just trying to bring you to their cleric. We should just come along this way. Don't fight.
I'm having a hard time like with all of these things that Chirp is that we're just now finding out.
I don't need a cleric. I feel fine.
But they want you to come to the cleric. That's what they're trying to do. So I think if we just come along, maybe they'll stop hurting us. Tell the captain.
Still reconciling the
you.
princess thing.
I'm having an identity
We're all princesses.
We're all-
princesses.
We're all goddesses. I told you that was the thing, right?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I love it. We're goddesses, we're princesses, we're a crew. Okay, so that is Tinkerdust's turn. That's all she's gonna do. She's gonna just keep listening.
It's not your turn, Chirp, but you suddenly hear something in your head. Oh, that did that whisper to you? Does
It did
everybody
not.
see that?
Nope.
All
I'll
right.
pretend not to
everybody
look
see-
at it.
Saw it.
Not
All right.
looking.
Oh, the first part whispered and the second part didn't, even
Yeah, if
though
you
I
put-
put it in all together.
If you push
Interesting.
enter at all, if you make 2 paragraphs,
Yep.
it'll say the second half as not a whisper.
So you don't see who sent it, you just see the message. Chirp, you need to immediately respond. And you can type in whatever you want while we
Okay.
go to the next one.
Kind of busy. Just found out I'm a goddess.
And see,
Flo's like, I'm the goddess, obviously.
actually, this one will
Obviously.
scream up here and try to get Maurice. They don't like the, they seem to not like him very much.
Rude.
Whip, pinch your staff. No longer with disadvantage, but it doesn't matter because it's a 9. All right. Maurice seems to be very dexterous and hard to hit.
Good
So
boy.
go ahead, Chirp.
Okay. Chirp is very confused by everything that's going on. So she's
Yeah,
gonna
you
move
got all
30
this
feet this way.
going on. Somebody's shouting about the goddess, and
I'm having a crisis
down.
here.
and then something is
um,
talking to you in your head about your mom.
Too many things. I'm gonna move 30 feet down here. Do I see anything, like they've been pointing down this way? Do I see anything immediately that is like requiring my attention other than all of this over here?
You can tell you're getting closer to Tinkerdust's light, and then you see her down there. And actually, she's the only thing you can see is Tinkerdust right there, and maybe Flo.
So bright.
I will
So
use
you
my
move-
action just to dash to be closer to my friends and try to help them next round. End of turn.
You notice as you run by some of these over here, they're 10 feet away from you. They back up a little bit, seeming very frightened of you. And as you come down here, and I assume you pop out of this other tunnel.
Yeah, I would get as
Yeah,
get as far as 30 feet would allow me to.
These
Like
look very
there or
afraid. These go on guard very quick. But all right, no, you can come out where you did.
Okay, I didn't know if I could. Yeah, if what the map was. Okay, yeah, I go as far as I could, and I'm just like, my friends Flo and Tinkerdust are in trouble. I feel like I'm nervous about Scrimshaw and Soliana, but I feel like they're older. They know what to do. They're able to handle themselves. They're more mature. I feel like I need to take care of like
Hey, that's pretty true.
It's accurate. It's totally
team.
accurate.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Team what? Just feel. Team feelings.
Yeah. End of turn. That's me.
All right. This one was helping to drag Flo. So it's holding its action until the other guy. And now I need to go find this guy. And now these kind of, that one is grappled. It doesn't know about, but it knows about Maurice. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And unfortunately can't get there without dashing. So he gets around behind Maurice. Flo, what you got going on, Flo?
I will try and escape the grapple.
All right. Not that hard. DC 14.
Natural 20.
Yeah. You just kind of suck yourself in and you just slide right out.
Yep. And still hugging Tinkerdust with me.
Yep. And they look a little confused because what do we do with that? But You are free. Anything else?
Nah, that's it. Just can
Okay.
I? Well, they would have no indication that I'm going to follow them. So just I do stay there, but it's very much like, do not grapple me again or my friend.
Yep. Standing, looking a little defensively. They seem a little bit more focused on Chirp, and that probably had something to do with you escaping so easily. They weren't ready for her to come charging out around the corner. And let's see. That's
Can I
got
say
the-
hold my action to move with Chirp if they move forward?
Yes,
Okay.
you can hold movement. And then this other one up here, it's actually gonna put its staff away and help this guy over here. This guy, he's gonna move just up here over to Scrimshaw's side. Captain Soliana, yeah, your crew's gotten kind of spread out. You don't know what's going on. At your distance, you heard something mentioned about goddess.
I couldn't hear
please.
very clearly. What was damn it, brain.
It was definitely Tinker Dust.
Yeah, what Tinker Dust was
Screaming.
calling.
Yep.
I couldn't catch what she said. What did I?
Oh, you can grab pieces and parts of priest, temple, goddess. This way.
This way. Let yourself be dragged.
But there's
That's
also
a
a
key
lot of
part
blah,
that
blah,
I
blah.
need to know if I hear. that
What's that?
the last bit was the key part that I need to know if I heard.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to look at this guy. I'm going to point in the direction of, I assume I can see like the light bouncing off walls and whatnot.
Mhm.
And I'm going to circle around him without leaving the threatened space to like indicate I'm willing to go this way.
Yeah, he keeps his weapon posted at you.
Yeah.
And he backs up a little bit, lets you squeeze through, and then kind of like a jerk, just kind of poking you with the stick to go forward.
She rolls her eyes.
Yeah.
She'll also like call to Maurice to stand down. I have Maurice disengage and come back to her.
All right. We'll say he can kind of slip through here and
Okay.
disengaging. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you put him where you want him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Probably there.
All right. The
And sorry.
guard that had been poking you as you walked by kind of pokes you a little less when he sees Maurice with the blood coming off his fangs. Come walking up towards you.
If Soliana if she's no longer actively grappled, then she'll continue on towards the light.
Yeah, you moved 10 so far.
Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30. There.
And he will be moving down right behind you just because of turn order. He'll be back there so I don't forget.
Yep.
And all
All right.
done?
Yeah, she's not going to take any actions right now. She's just going to walk. And Maurice disengaged, so you wouldn't be able to keep up if she double moved. So that's it.
All right. This is the one that had Flo grappled. It kind of backs up, seeing that Chirp has shown up. Still pointing towards this entrance over here. And it will back up over here. Where? Oh, no, that's the guy I just went. So this guy. All right. This is the one with Scrimshaw. Now he has somebody helping. So
mhm. Get your paws off me, you damn filthy fish.
they're going to get down over into here. So Tinker Dust, you see them coming right behind you.
Scrimshaw.
Hi.
Welcome to this terrible party.
Which one of you guys is a goddess now?
I think it's Chirp actually.
I think
Yeah.
I
it's
thought
Chirp,
it was
yeah.
Flo. I thought it was Flo.
It might
Uh,
be Flo.
Oh,
This
We're all
guy's
goddess.
turn
Really
isn't
listening
next,
to
but I'll
you.
move him down so the guy who is next will get behind and also follow. This guy sees you go, row, 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 and he'll step back, pointing his weapon at you still. And then we get to Scrimshaw.
I guess I'm just gonna let him drag me, but I'll move my little cannon up so that just in case anybody didn't get any temp HP, everybody gets 10.
Ooh, nice.
Damn, that is a
Active
nice
10.
big number.
It can hop down and then hop back up if you want. It has 10 feet of movement, right?
It's got 15, so it could like
15?
hop down and then go 5 feet closer to me.
Oh, I see where you moved it. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fish people don't know what to make of
I
that.
guess I'll hold my action to scoop it up as they drag me past it.
Yep. Yeah, that would be minor action.
Yeah.
Tinker Dust.
We don't seem to be in any danger kind of still, but so Tinker Dust is gonna kind of like crawl around if Flo permits it and kind of like like loop her arm like sort of like so she's more on her back and looking over
You
Flo.
could probably hang out inside the drum.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So Tinker Dust is gonna climb into the drum, which is basically yes, and she's gonna like sit up there and like hovering over Flo's shoulder like a little angry
Mhm.
Ewok with a
Amazing.
red face. And
Outstanding.
she's just, and you know what? I think she's gonna, tell everyone like I've got comprehend languages running. They seem to think Chirp is a goddess. They're taking us to a cleric. They don't seem to be wanting to harm us. They seem to be wanting to bring us, but she's like, but she's a little busted. But she's just gonna explain to everybody and take up her position in the drum. And she'll be like, Flo, like, let's if you feel up to it, I think we can just follow them.
Yeah. And you do hear like this one here and the other one
Mhm.
trying to explain to the other guards in front of you. Take captives to the temple and priest. Goddess in the chamber, goddess down the hall. Must tell the priest.
You know, it's
I
a
mean,
50-50 shot that we're going to get sacrificed at the temple, right?
Oh,
It's
totally. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
That's why Flo's not angry yet. She's waiting.
Yeah, Flo
but
doesn't
I
know
will.
yet. As far as Flo knows, it's like, yes, Chirp saved us. You did it.
Like a whole pantheon of gods, and some of them are not great. So
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I will. What I'm gonna do is I'll tell Chirp like I can translate for you if you need it, and I'll turn my subtitle feature on.
All right.
Maybe that's what I'll do with my action. I'll cast minor illusion so I can subtitle what they're saying as best I can, so everyone else can read it.
So right now nobody's fighting, right? Everybody's
Nope.
making their way. So
Yeah,
Are you
I
fighting
am
Soliana?
Pardon?
Is Maurice and Soliana fighting?
nope, they're coming down too. So we will remove all turns, clear it out, put that away for a while, and you can go ahead and move your tokens to the entrance right here, the temple.
I do give Chirp a hug and say, see, you did it.
And
Don't
these
think
guys
I don't
all
think
get-
I'm what they're looking for. I think it's Soliana.
I'm
Why
still
would
in the
it be
drum.
me?
You are
whoever-
amazing.
We'll get Flo up here, and all of these but one is gathering behind you.
The subtitle said the goddess was in the chamber, and I think that it was Soliana, not me. I hope it's Soliana, not me. 'Cause that's a lot of pressure.
Subtitles.
Soliana seems like way more organized in this whole like deity ship thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hung out with them a lot, but that's a whole different bag.
Like, you can summon animals. You're immortal. You got this.
You see all these guys coming out of the water. We'll just say I'm dragging them over from one map to the other, but what actually you see all those still behind you, pointing weapons at you as you see all these new ones
Good.
coming up. There is several up here working with hammer and chisels. As I mentioned before, you heard the sound of somebody trying to cut into rock. And why did I close that?
It's the statue of Maurice. Maurice would make a great
I would
deity.
support this.
Tinker Dust is up here with Flo. And these guys are just going to gather back here, basically cutting off any chance of exit. And who comes in first? Is it like the order you have here?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You see all these, the priests. This guy over here. Is yelling. Tinker Dust hears it as, what's going on? What are you talking? The goddess is not here yet. And actually, Chirp, don't you have a 16 passive now?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I
Yeah.
thought you did something with that.
I have
So
big eyes.
you notice right here on the edge of the altar, there's like this little toy, half wooden, half cloth, thri-kreen sitting on the edge of the altar. You notice there seems to be some statue that had been pushed down and destroyed. And they're starting to build a new statue. And the new statue, the outline on the wall seems to be that of some insectoid creature.
Does it look like a bigger stuffed animal though? Like, are they?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's using that as the model.
Okay.
Doesn't look
And-
anything like me. It's nothing like me.
These guys kind of back off when they see the thri-kreen come in and start almost bowing their heads. And the priests. And then, oh, did you ever send me the reply to your sending?
I did. It's
Oh, right here. Okay.
put there, yeah, and I had to count out words, so it's in two pair parts. It's exactly 25 words.
Oh my God. This will definitely calm down a worried mom. She's
I'm thinking
definitely
it's
not going to
fine.
go into panic mode.
I think it's fine. Yep.
All right.
think it's
Wow. I'm
So
just
curious
thinking
to
if
see this after,
Jamie
please.
had sent me this text on a cell phone, how I would react to it. All
I
right.
mean, probably not. Probably as well as I'm hoping my mother will.
Now I'm curious. I can't wait to see this one day.
Oh man, no. Okay, well, she's gonna need a few minutes anyway. So you start coming in and you're having a day. You really are. Because you suddenly hear another voice in your head. Who are you? What's the meaning of this? And you kind of know it's coming from the priests, but you can tell a little bit when you speak with telepathy. You know, you kind of creatures have accents, voices, and stuff, and it definitely doesn't sound like one of the fish guy voices. It's what are you doing down here?
Is it in all of our heads?
Nope, just the thri-kreen.
Oh no.
The rest of you are kind of getting pushed forward to come up here. But the fish people keep trying to stay away from Chirp.
Chirp just very quickly explains, we were sent here to find a poor lost brain puppy by the name of Puddles. We're just looking for Puddles. I think we found Puddles' toy, but we haven't seen Puddles. Are you Puddles?
Oh, I don't want to go back there. They were mean to me. They threw me down that tunnel.
Chirp immediately tells everybody. She's like, Puddles is here talking to me in my head, not inhabiting my head with me. I know that's just so we're clear. He does not want to go back because somebody threw him down the well.
We did know that, right? Or that's
did.
what the
The
main guy
limited
thought.
implied that he was told that the puddles fell.
right. But
Um,
somehow the grate was open.
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go back there.
Puddles, do you think you could ask your fish friends to like have a little sit down so we can discuss this brain to pirate princesses?
Wow.
We
You're
haven't
not
become
gonna try to
pirates
force
yet.
me to go
Okay.
back, are you? You're not. I don't want to go back. If you try to take me back, I'll have them cut you down.
Oh, good. We're just gonna talk, and she's gonna say, "I'm trying to get a conference for all of us with Puddles."
Go
Okay.
ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Can
And actually, you're a thri-kreen. He loves thri-kreen, so yeah, you get advantage.
22.
Yeah. He blah, 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 blah. And of course, only Tinkerdesk can hear it. The goddess has sent her avatar to speak with me. Return to the water, but stay ready. And
I'm very excited for our ship to have a rescue brain puppy.
Yes.
Puddles, puddles
Hmm.
forever.
And even the ones working on the statues start going in the water, but they are staying down in the water watching. It kind of reminds you of the grunge looking up from their barrels, those little eyes watching all of you.
Yeah. Do we want to put a brain puppy on our ship and have the illithid after us like the drow and their beer? Because
But
we were
the
just
brain
getting rid
puppy's
of the
really
beer.
Cute.
I mean, we have to keep it now.
Oh
Come
my
on. Let's be prepared.
Ah, where does
No.
one get one of those?
Oh, I didn't sound
Ew.
like, what is everybody oohing and ahhing? And it's like,
think I can knit it.
Sure,
Our
you
new
already
pet on
have
the
a
ship.
pet.
All you need to make a brain puppy of your very own is a pattern to make a shower puff. Make it in pink. Add little feet.
That's amazing.
All right, so I've got a project.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we need to do that project on David's channel, how to build your own brain puppy. And Michelle can walk us all through it and we can all build
Hell
one together.
yes.
Because I really want to make a brain puppy now.
This'll be
Ideal
our, like-
Christmas and Hanukkah gifts for the
Ooh.
upcoming holiday season.
Yeah,
Our
absolutely.
ship is already doing craft
Craft
nights.
session.
This is
Yeah.
entirely in theme.
Yeah, Birdie would love it. She'd be
Um,
totally into it. But all right. You got all the fish guys down in the water watching. You have the this guy's gone too. He actually kind of moves back behind the altar, seeming to want something between you guys.
But doesn't he have any like loyalty to the one mind flayer who actually liked him?
Are you
Maybe.
asking Chirp, asking him?
I'd have to ask Chirp too, because I just speak common.
Yeah, Chirp would translate. She'd ask if he spoke like a spoken language, and then we could have, and points to Tinkerdust and explains how Tinkerdust does the whole translation process.
I've got an hour with comprehend languages, so
Just double checking something.
Do you speak deep speech? I also speak deep speech. Did
Yes.
that in high school.
Well, then I can speak deep speech, but wouldn't that put us back to the others not hearing?
Oh, we have a translator.
All right.
on my face, I will
All right.
sit here so that I am
So
facing them.
you start hearing the Kotoa priests speaking in deep speech. So I think two of you can understand that with comprehend languages up. And then the thri-kreen can just broadcast that to everybody. So you were asking about the ambassador?
Yeah. The ambassador really cared for him, so
And yeah, immediately he's Ish was good. He gave me my toy and he fed me well, but he left without me to go on a trip, and he said I would be safe. And when he was gone, Ashamar had me put down here. I think he was trying to kill me. If it wasn't for the spider webs, I would have died on that floor. And the spiders almost got me. Now I have my own followers, and I will rise the Katoa up to attack the Illithids to make them pay for what they did to me.
Oh,
Ultimately, go ahead, Scrimshaw.
oh, I was just gonna say he sent us down here to find you, so he does care about you.
He also wanted to know what happened. He seems very upset and suspicious of the other Illithids up there.
Yeah, and see there, I just made up a name and totally forgot a bit. Was it Ashatar?
Ashtar.
Ashtar.
so.
There we go. Need a list. All right.
So
All right. What were you asking them again? Or
I was adding that he was very suspicious of the other Illithid and wanted to know what happened. And I don't think he'd make the mistake of leaving you alone with them again.
all right.
If
Now
knew.
he can't understand you, so you pass that to Chirp, and Chirp says it, which is kind of a good thing right now because. And Chirp, do you repeat what Captain Soliana said?
Yeah, I can repeat it, but wouldn't with Tinkerdust's screen, wouldn't whatever we say
Oh,
pop up that way too? Is that how it works, Tinkerdust?
for
or is
it
only
to
one
read?
language?
I don't know if it could read.
I don't know if it can read. I'm like translating to our group.
Okay,
If
yeah, I would
he's
translate.
speaking it, but you would have to translate it back to him. I
Yeah,
think.
I'll translate back.
Yeah, and you actually get advantage. So trying to convince it to possibly come back, go ahead and make another persuasion check. Once again, you get advantage.
Soliana or Chirp?
Oh, no, it's Chirp, because you're
Oh,
the
hold
one
on.
actually broadcasting it.
Oh no.
You have advantage. Oh, geez. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you were supposed to make 3 checks, but you got a crit. So once
Yeah,
again,
you
you ruined my
crit it.
plans. Are you sure? Are you sure he wants me up there and he'll punish Ashtar?
Oh, I'm sure that he will not be eliciting anymore. Like he will not. He will be like no more eating brains or doing things or like I don't know what happens to an illithid when they're not alive anymore, but that's probably what's going to happen.
The same thing as everyone else.
But you and your friends can't tell what I was doing down here. He would be upset with me. Do you promise not to tell?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I translate that
group-
to everyone.
Group persuasion check, normal.
Oh,
Should
God.
be at disadvantage,
Oh.
but nope, normal because of the crit.
Awesome.
15.
Oh, phew.
Got 3 of them. Flo still has a bardic, I believe.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna use my special ability, my still for success, because with my +4 I rolled very badly. So hold on. I will
So
add
plus
3 to so that'll be a
Yep.
10.
No, you
Marginal
get it.
better.
Actually, pretty. What did
And I'm 12 total.
12? So you broke. Yeah, actually, you get it quite easy. Oh, even at level 3, you're killing it. I hate to see what happens when you get to 13. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back. Stay right here. Wait 1 moment. And then Tinkerdust, since you can understand it, you hear him calling out, come forth, children of Koatoa, come forth. And all the fish people start coming out of the water and up.
Is he going to murder all of his fish people?
One way to go. The avatar of great goddess Fancy Pants has come and given us a sign. I am to return with her to the land above until we are ready for our invasion. finish the statue and praise Miss Fancy Pants. And it all will go well once I return. And all of Katoa shout out and start screaming. And he starts walking off with all of you.
All right.
And,
Do you take the toy?
he will lead the toy.
Okay.
You must build a statue, right? So they need to have the toys so they
Mhm.
can.
But I
Bill.
lean over to Tinker Dust and tell her, we should make another one for them. We have that arts and crafts box.
We do. We can totally make more toys.
That would be
All right.
so fun.
Yep.
And you get back. I'm not going to move you all and do all that, but I will say you get back to the spider area. And then you hear in your head, oh, we got to stash the body. We can't, I can't go up looking like this. And they can't know that I killed their priest.
You can hide inside the dead spider.
Well, yeah, that's
Is Maurice hungry?
That's how she's saying.
Because I mean, I had a big lunch, so I'm not hungry. How's Maurice?
Yeah.
How long is it going to take Maurice to eat a whole priest?
Less time than you'd think.
and you see the skulls start busting open, and out of the side of the head, the cute little intellect devourer comes crawling as it falls to the ground.
Who's a good boy? You're a good boy.
Yes.
Oh.
I will have Maurice at least render it unidentifiable.
Who's the best boy?
Just a little priest.
You hear in your head, thank you. Can somebody carry me up there? I can't climb very well.
Yeah, I can carry you. I can have can I have the pseudopod wrap around him and carry him up?
I'm in the drum.
Grab.
Or in the drum.
You can ride the
No,
drum.
I don't
You're not going to have it floating around inside, so it actually looks like you have a brain.
I was thinking about it, but nah, not this time.
Well, you
All
got to
right.
go last so you don't make the rope slimy.
Yeah, also when we fall.
I'll go first because I'm not going to fall on anybody.
No, we're going to say you go ahead and make it up to the top.
Hooray, we make it.
Yeah, I had no
just
idea
do
how
it.
that encounter was going to go. It could have gone so many different ways.
It really helped that Chirp went first, because if they had just started attacking, Flo would have just started attacking.
Yes.
Yep.
Sure. Well, both of it. Tinker Dust shining light into the water, because otherwise you would not know they were there. They would have got a surprise around. And then if Chirp didn't go right away, and if Chirp wasn't Chirp, where, hold it, stop. Yeah, it would have been pretty ugly. And possible sacrifices, yes. But yay! Team
Power
diplomacy worked for once.
The power of friendship.
We did it.
We
You
are
get
princesses.
you get
That-
up to the top, and you can't tell if the Illithid is very happy or not, but the tentacles do start going, and it puts out his hands, and Puddles leaps off of Flo over, and the Illithid just gives the brain puppy a little pat on the brain and calms him down and puts him, and thank you. That was rather quick. Well done. Did you encounter any issues or problems?
Found out who did it.
Oh,
That's right.
Mhm.
is that true, Puddles? What did Puddles tell you?
That it was
Ashtar.
Ashtar.
that threw him down.
Yeah, and actually you hear a little mumbling when you say that over in this corner.
Yeah.
And the ambassador, you can see his nameplate, right?
no.
No,
Really? Says nameplate on.
needs to
It's,
be
this guy over here.
Chevron. Okay.
Nope. If you hover over the 3 dots, it's got to be able to set it to C for everybody.
Over the 3 dots.
Yeah, by the nameplate. I think it's like slightly above nameplate.
Player's permission C.
Mhm. That one.
All right.
We can see
Can you
it.
see it now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And how the hell you say that name?
Ambassador.
Yep. Okay. All right. I don't feel
Yeah.
bad then. All right. The Illithid ambassador.
Aisha
And that's why I kept referring him to him. But most excellent. Yes, I will deal with that issue after you have left.
Wink, wink.
So you did not ask or request for a reward for this. But I do greatly appreciate it. And it did take up some resources of my own in order to do the divinations to find out where he was located and if he could be saved. But if I could help you with any information you're seeking to know in the area, or I could introduce you to a certain contact who is well known as far as in the area of acquiring magical items. How could I help you?
So
Didn't Trent
How
need
do-
to find someone?
out of character, I do want to ask about rescuing the other brain puppies because there's a bunch of them here, and if they're all otherwise being mistreated by these other lithids, like that's no good.
You don't see that. You see the brain puppies running and jumping around like little puppy dogs.
Okay, it was just this one in particular that they were targeting.
Or they were targeting the ambassador
Yeah,
and used it as a pawn.
sadness.
Gonna get you and that little dog too.
I mean, a
Hate
magic
seeing little
item
brain puppies
broker.
mistreated. That's probably more valuable. So Leanna will look around and not say anything about this.
She wants a brain puppy. That's okay. We all do.
We could need a magic item broker for those shadow balls, though.
Does
If we're
seem
trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
ask.
We could.
I still don't know if we want to keep them or if we're just like,
Rose Petal might be slowly losing her mind studying those things. So
Small problem.
yeah,
it'll be a problem if she puts poison in our food.
Yeah.
She could do that?
If she's crazy.
So nice.
she's feeding us.
If she goes,
yeah.
yeah, you don't want our cook to go crazy. The last person you want.
So, what will it be? What can I do to help? Or maybe just a favor possibly in the future if you wish.
Favor
And
maybe.
actually, if you want, once again, this goes way too fast. I thought, oh, geez, they totally shortchanged my encounter. We got a lot of time. No, it's been 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So if you want to wait and make that decision when we return.
Yeah.
And so that way you got some time to think about it. And
Yeah.
also while you're standing there, Chirp suddenly hears another voice in her head from another sending from back home.
Voices. Ah, the number you have dialed is no longer in service.
New thri-kreen to this.
I'm trying to reach you about your ship's extended warranty.
Yeah, extended warranty. Yes.
Or we have to clear your air ducts on your ship. We have to clean out.
All right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for everybody for watching. Take care. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.